Welcome to the Week 2 live show here on Fantasy Focus. I'm here with the entire Fantasy Focus crew. I'm Derek Tate alongside Matt Bucks, Ryan Levy, and Sam Holt. And Bucks told me to keep it down, keep the intros, the energy level down. Finally, The Rock. No, I'm just kidding. We got Week 2 of NFL action coming at you again. Everybody that's joining live, go ahead and hit us with all of your start-sit questions heading into Week 2 of NFL action. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? We've got a lot of inactives to cover. We got a lot of information and questions to cover, but I got to ask how the crew is doing at 10:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, YouTube Pacific Time, folk. Thank you again for joining us.
I'm doing great. I told myself no cocktails till 8 a.m. Pacific Time, so I plan on having a Bloody Mary for Week 2. What about you guys?
Well, I'm on beer number 1. I'm feeling fantastic. Tottenham won this morning. So things couldn't have gotten to a better start, but I hope we can continue on. Give the people the good advice, possibly weigh in on various food options, and do what we do best here on Fantasy Focus Live.
I'm good, but I'm not going to be drinking yet. I'm still very much trying to wake up. I've got my coffee right here, but I'm excited that I have my new studio totally done. Going to be adding more stuff as it goes, get some more actual football stuff in the background, but I'm excited. I'm excited when I get a lot of stuff done on Saturday, and then I can enjoy full Sunday of just football amazingness.
It looks really good, Sam. But Bucks, I find it hard to believe Tottenham played this morning and they won, and you're only on beer number 1.
I have a live show to contribute to the people out there, man. You can't just take these things for granted. I care more about these people than I care about any Tottenham Hotspur victory. It's surely a Busch Light during which I would be watching. I'm just not doing that. I'm bringing it for the people.
He may just be on drink number 5. He may have had a couple Bloody Marys, just technically beer number 1.
Yeah, don't worry about technicalities here. We don't need to go ahead and cross-analyze what I'm doing in my morning times.
Oh, man. We got a lot of questions already. Should we just get into them or what? Or you want to go through inactives?
Go through inactives, Sam. I know you had that list up.
Oh, there's a lot of inactives. So if you looked at your lineup this morning, you probably saw a lot of red and you're panicking, which is why we're here to answer all those start-sit questions. But just really quickly to run down the list, Philip Lindsay is out with turf toe. Courtland Sutton is questionable, but in practice, he wasn't able to fully catch with both hands on both sides. He could do it on one side, but not the other. That's not a good look. You want your receiver to be able to get his arm over his head, and he can't do that. So he's questionable. Kenny Golladay is out. Equinemius St. Brown is out and on IR. Zach Pascal is questionable. Michael Pittman is questionable. Jack Doyle is out. Gerald Everett is questionable, which means I'm hoping for a big Tyler Higbee day-to-day.
Yeah.
Parker is questionable. Golden Tate is questionable. LaMichael P. Ryan is questionable. Jamison Crowder is out. Alshon Jeffrey is out. George Kittle is out. And Deebo Samuel is out and on IR. Not good. I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done. There's just a couple more. Chris Godwin is out with a concussion. Darrington Evans is out with a hamstring. And A.J. Brown is out with a knee issue. Need more coffee.
That one kills me. You know what's crazy? You'd think in 2020 at this weird year that most of these would be COVID, but they're not. So hey.
They're all just regular injuries to begin the season.
Yep. All right, let's get into it. TS, Deontay Johnson, Lamb, or Tone Miller in PPR. Tater, let's go to you first.
Oh, you're throwing it to me first? I have the honors? Okay, fantastic. So we saw last week, right? This is an interesting question from TS. Deontay Johnson left a lot of meat on the bone. There was a lot of miscommunications between him and Ben Roethlisberger. In particular, he's been dealing with a little bit of an injury. I'm actually high on CeeDee Lamb this week. That Falcons secondary got torched by Russell Wilson and company, and Lamb is part of a 3-headed monster that I just expect to do work against the Atlanta Falcons in this one. So give me CeeDee Lamb. I mean, I know that, Anthony Miller had a nice week against the Detroit Lions, but yeah, I think CeeDee Lamb is the real deal. And with Amari Cooper kind of on the injury report this week, I still expect him to have a pretty nice floor as far as his weekly volume of targets goes.
Bucky?
I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb as well. CD equal TD equal fantasy victory.
Love it. Sam?
That's math that even I can do. I mean, keeping that nice and simple for us. I agree. I like CeeDee Lamb this week as well a lot.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb for me as well. We got a clean sweep to start the day. Just a clean start to the morning. I love
We're
it.
cooking, folks.
Love it. All right, B, what's up, buddy? We got Gesicki or OJ Howard in PPR. Gesicki going against who do we got? The Bills, right?
Yeah.
No linebackers. I'm going Gesicki here.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as a resident Bills guy, I mean, you don't mind starting anyone against the Bills this week?
Well, we're missing our top 4 linebackers. We're down to the very last 2 on the regular roster. So I would say Gesicki, if he's going to eat in a game this year, it should be this game. I still think Bills win 35-0, but Gesicki has, 6 for 60.
Gesicki will get all the points, but not a single touchdown against them.
That is absolutely correct.
Tater, do you feel comfortable starting any Bucks tight ends?
I mean, yeah, Howard's the one that scored last week. I thought Howard actually looked the best of all the tight ends. Now, granted, Gronkowski was getting doubled a lot for a guy that just took an entire year off of professional football. But and it's a nicer matchup against the Carolina Panthers for sure. But with Devontae Parker fighting through an injury, or has he been ruled out, Sam? I didn't quite catch that. Was Parker ruled out officially?
I don't think he's out yet. I think
he's game time decision. So either way, with Parker limited in some capacity, Trey White getting Preston Williams getting the Trey White treatment for most of this game, I anticipate. Yeah, I expect Mike Gesicki to be involved in the passing game and at least put up I feel more comfortable him putting up like a 10-point game than I do with Howard, who's more of a dart throw.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Gesicki as well in this situation. Good luck, B. Washnock, what's up, buddy? Carson or David Johnson in PPR? He's got Chubb already played and Mostert in his lineup. I play in this league with Washnock, and I know I saw him get 4 running backs in a row, so love his squad. I'm going to go David Johnson.
Johnson was the better player last week. Now, Carson scored 2 receiving touchdowns, and he looked good. But for me, David Johnson, and not to mention Duke Johnson, is actually dealing with injuries. He's been ruled out. So, I mean, they just promoted CJ Prosise from, I believe, the practice squad to active status, which, I mean, does anybody really believe Prosise is going to be in there for more than 20% of the snaps, if that? I think we're going to get a lot of David Johnson. His efficiency on the ground may not be great, but his total touches is probably going to check in somewhere around 20 in this game. So, yeah, give me David Johnson.
This one's really, really tough, Sam. I don't know how you feel, but I'm kind of torn on it. I can see Carson coming out and having a great game, but you're right, Derek. I think David Johnson gets those RTs, and I'm all about requisite touches.
Yeah, it's a tough call for me as well because Texans are against the Ravens, and their defense is pretty solid. But I think that I just like the options that you get with David Johnson just a little bit more. I think he's a little bit more diverse in the way that he can be utilized in that offense. So for me, I'm going to go with David Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, and that rush defense for New England is no joke too. So
yeah, I mean, a lot of people opted out off their defense, but they're still really solid. So
right. Dried Ocean defense, Arizona football team or Jets?
A football team.
Football team.
Football team.
I'll go with the football team here, Derek.
Football team.
Clean sweep, football team.
Oh, I'm not picking the football team against Arizona. Are you kidding me?
I mean, look what they did to the Eagles as far as
we're talking the Eagles. We're talking the Eagles. We're not talking Arizona and Kyler Murray. Are you kidding me? No way.
Yeah, but I think that he can be exploited in a couple ways. I don't think that they're going to be immune to the Washington football team's defense. That looked really solid.
It's more so the pass rush that they're going to be able to generate against Kyler. I mean, look, Kyler is great at extending the play, incredibly athletic, and can certainly make plays with his feet, and he will in this game. But I just think that they have a favorable matchup against that unit collectively up front against the Arizona Cardinals. I think that they're probably going to rack up somewhere around 4 or 5 sacks against Kyler and company. I know that's probably a high number, and Cliff Kingsbury will have plenty of things dialed up to get the ball out of Kyler's hands quickly. But, Levy, that was no fluke that they sacked Carson Wentz 8 times last week.
I'm not saying it's a fluke by any means, but I'm just saying I don't want to go against Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and Kenyon Drake. I just don't want to go against that.
Arizona's defense or the Jets? I wouldn't want to start the Jets defense against the Niners.
No. I'm starting Arizona. I'm not a believer in Washington's offense. That's what it comes down to for me.
Sure, get that.
I don't want to start a Jet, period.
Yeah, I'm
A
the
Jet,
Jets.
a collective group of Jets. Give me multiple Jets. No, and I'm staying away from them all. Hell no.
An
Yeah,
entire formation of Jets, just any,
A
I won't
flyover
even
of Jets.
Blue Angels, none of them. I don't need Jets.
Flying V led by Maverick himself, Tom Cruise. No, I'll pass.
Yeah. Sitting it out. Thank you.
Will, what's up, man? You had me laughing my ass off when I was laying in bed last night on Twitter, looking at your analysis.
So funny.
You know, the other three members of that entire hangover crew were kind of divvied up between me, Sam, and Levy, but the one collective everybody agreed was Bucky was Allen.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out, Buck?
I don't have near the fashion sense that Allen has. So I think that's a terrible comparison. Maybe personality wise, we sync up, but I mean, I can't pull off the looks that guy's pulling off. I'm just an ugly fella.
Yeah. Deontay Johnson or Paris Campbell? I'm going to go first on this one. For me, it's Paris Campbell. He looked really good last week. Tater?
For me, I'm not going to say it's easy, but I feel very confident in Paris Campbell. I would not be surprised. In particular, Jack Doyle is out. I know that they're now missing Marlon Mack. But the one thing that I saw last week was that Paris Campbell is healthy. They were dialing up Paris Campbell looks out of the slot. And he led the league for wide receivers from snaps from the slot position. He also, I believe, it was like 9 targets, 6 receptions. I forget the exact yardage total, but he looked very good. And for a team in the Minnesota Vikings that struggled against anybody that was playing in the slot last week of that group of Packer wide receivers, give me that all day. I think Paris Campbell pops a big one in this game.
Sam, what are your thoughts here?
I've definitely got to go with Paris Campbell as well. I mean, though I do love Deontay Johnson, and I feel like my Steelers are going to kill it today. I got to go with the fact that what Tater just said and how the offense is going to be filtered through less bodies, and I'm going to go with whatever's going to get the most volume. So I feel like Paris Campbell's in for a big week.
I'm going to go Paris Campbell as well here.
Tater.
Yes.
Very confident and easy are synonyms in terms of picking your fantasy players. So I'm glad you agreed with me on that one.
Oh, of course. Of course. We're all on the same page. Paris Campbell.
CQ, what's up, buddy? Gronk or Jonnu Smith? Bucky, you're up first on this one.
I'm starting Jonnu Smith in the exact same predicament.
Sam?
Yeah, Jonnu Smith as well.
I'm just going to go around the square. It's easier this way. Tater?
Fair enough. I will go ahead and it's not in. I actually expect Gronkowski to have a bounce back week, but the fact that AJ Brown is on the shelf for the Tennessee Titans, I actually think that Jonnu Smith, who by the way, this dude is an absolute beast after the catch. They just need to find ways to get the ball in his hands. I believe that they will. I believe his target volume will jump from what it normally is because of the absence of AJ Brown. So yeah, I'll actually go with Jonnu Smith over Gronkowski, who I'm yet to see, if he's still the same player that we remember back from, a Hall of Fame career.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you guys on this one. I'm going Jonnu. I've got him starting in several leagues, and I want to see Gronk first. I'm not dropping him or anything like that yet, but I need to see it before I'm firing him in my lineups. That AJ Brown news just crushed my soul. I own him in so many leagues. Never thought I'd be starting Corey Davis in week 2.
Don't be upset about it. It'll be okay. I mean, Gronkowski will be fine, dude. He was doubled a lot
right
against the New Orleans Saints, and that says something. With all those weapons on the field, it was Gronkowski who got doubled quite a bit, probably the most of any of the players for the Buccaneers. So
sure.
There's better days ahead for Gronk.
Fernando, Sam, you're up first on this one. Full flex PPR: Ingram, White, Anthony Miller, Scotty Miller, or Higbee.
So we're just picking one of these guys. Okay. This is tough. Again, I love Higbee. I feel like he's going to have a big game today. However, I don't know that I would put him in my flex between these. Scotty Miller is going to eat up a lot of targets. I'm hearing a lot of good things, but I don't know. It's just something about the name doesn't give me confidence that he's going to be the guy. What it is. Scotty? Like, not gonna put all my eggs in Scotty's basket. That's kind of
We've talked a lot about Scotty's. He doesn't know, number one, but what he does do well is he catch balls over the middle. That's what the guy does. I'm going Scotty Miller personally.
Scotty Miller, because for me, I would either go Ingram or Scotty Miller, just based on the hype and obviously the big vacuum that is going to be left in targets.
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me. No, I'm sitting Scotty, even though I think he's actually an intriguing option with no Chris Godwin this week. If you remember, I know that this is a committee nightmare and that J.K. Dobbins scored twice in week 1, but do we remember what the Chiefs just did on the grounds of the Houston Texans on Thursday, a week from Thursday night? I mean, they absolutely, one player shredded them, and I get that J.K. Dobbins, and this is going to be a committee attack, but I think that the Ravens are going to put it on the Houston Texans offensively. I think that Watson will do what he can to keep him in it, but I don't think that the Texans are going to have any answers on the defensive side of the football for Lamar Jackson and company. I'm going Ingram.
I'm going to agree with you here on Ingram. I'm not ready to give up on him. I'm not pulling the plug.
Yeah.
A lot of people are freaking out after week 1. They were also freaking out about Nick Chubb too. So
I never would freak out after week 1, and then I get all these trades, and I'm like, guys, you gotta slow your roll on some of these panic moves.
I will say for that option, though, Mark Ingram is probably one of the riskier plays. If you want a floor for PPR, I actually would feel comfortable starting Scotty Miller this week. So
I'm with you. I'm with you on Scotty, man.
Just depends if you want somebody who can get you just get a floor worth of points, or if you want to try to hit a home run.
I think he's pretty much a lock for like 12 fantasy points in PPR, Scotty Miller.
Yeah, I would say somewhere between 5 to 12. Yeah, or no, 10 to 12. Sorry,
I was going to say 5 to 12.
Yeah, 5 to 12. Really high there, Eric. Good call.
Floor, uneven floor.
That's the analysis that gets results.
Yes.
Somewhere between 0 and 12.
Michael, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Wide receiver and flex, half-point PPR. Not so scary Terry, Malcolm Brown, Cam Akers, Naheem Hines, Keenan Allen, DJ Chark, Robbie Anderson, and Cortland Sutton. Tater, you can dive in first on this one. That's a lot of options.
Okay, so we got to get 2 guys in there, right? So first off, Malcolm Brown. I'm actually going to start Malcolm Brown. I mean, until the guy didn't have over 100 total yards and 2 tutties, start him. I mean, he seems to be the lead guy in this committee right now. And then of the other options, give me Terry McLaurin.
Bucky.
As painful as it is, I'm going to agree with Derek here. Looking over the matchups, I prefer McLaurin. Oh, Lord, we're going to start Malcolm Brown, Michael. We're going to do it, and we're going to win.
It doesn't feel good to do that. I was going to say Naheem Hines and Terry McLaurin would be where I'm leaning. Yeah.
All right. I mean, if it makes you feel better, Michael, I'm starting Malcolm Brown in like 8 leagues this week, and I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm also semi-confident. I drafted him in a lot. I will agree on Malcolm Brown for sure. I'm actually going to go with Keenan Allen here. I know on the pod this week or whatever, it was on the Daily Show, I said he was going to get 10 catches this week. This guy eats against the Chiefs. I know the Chiefs secondary is pretty good, but I'm expecting a bounce back for Keenan Allen. So you got a lot of good options there, though, man. DJ Chark, it's hard to bench him ever. Scary Terry, and not so scary Terry as I call him. But yeah, you got a good team there, Michael. Good luck, man.
That's an incredible bench.
Yeah,
really, it's sickening. I wish I had that bench. Go Bucks.
Bench envy here on Fantasy Focused.
Oh no,
I got envy.
I like it.
TS, you missed this one. We answered your question first. We all agreed CeeDee Lamb. We got Patty BMTG joining us from Twitter. Thanks for joining. Goddard or Herndon in a half-point PPR?
Dallas Goddard.
Yeah, Dallas Goddard.
Bucky?
Goddard, at what point do we stop questioning it and just throw it in the lineup? I think it needs to just start now.
It's just going to happen. Yes, we just got to rip the Band-Aid off. Just got to throw them in there.
I will say I'm not against a Herndon dart throw in DFS in particular with no Jamison Crowder this week. The target's got to go somewhere, right?
Yeah, don't make me start talking about Perryman because Bucky was giving me a hard time before we got on the mic here.
Yeah, we don't need that. We have a lot of questions to answer here.
Eric Falla. Good morning, gentlemen, and Sam. What's up? I got Benny Snell in both my leagues. Do you trust the split, or should I look elsewhere, Sam?
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a mix. Connor did practice, but I don't feel like he's 100%. So I do like Benny Snell this week against the Broncos. I do like him. If you have other options, it just depends on what your other options are. But if you are really trying to scrape together a lineup, I wouldn't feel too bad about throwing Snell in there.
Tater?
Fa la 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 la. I will be okay. That's his name, Eric Falla. So I mean, sorry, reference.
I'm sure he
reference
appreciates that.
missed. All right, my bad. Look, I'm okay starting Benny Snell. I believe that James Conner got benched last week. I mean, he's practicing full again for the majority of this week, and he got sat on a Monday Night Football game after he got off to a slow start. I mean, a phantom ankle injury when he looked pissed off on the sidelines. I think that there's more to this than just Connor getting a phantom ankle injury and he's fine and ready to go in week 2. Personally, I think it's going to be a 50-50 split, and I wouldn't be surprised if Benny Snell actually out-touches James Conner in week 2.
It's so nice that you see things my way now, Derek. It took you long enough, a full calendar year, but you finally see the Benny Snell truthers. It's no BS. We're talking BS.
Yes, Bucky. I am a Benny Snell truther, as you know, as well. I'm firing him in there with full confidence this week. Full confidence.
I'm fully on board now that he got off the Eddie Lacy diet and he's lost a little bit of weight and taken nutrition seriously. Yes, now I'm on board. That's fine. A thumbs up.
Are you a dietitian now, Derek?
Definitely not. There's a reason why you only see me from here up, boys and girls.
Bucky, you're up first on this one. This is a tough one. Peyton Barber or Myles Gaskin?
Myles Gaskin for me, just because, like I said earlier, the Bills are lacking at the linebacker core right now. Gaskin got the lion's share of the carries there in week 1. I look for it to continue, but David, you're clearly in a pinch, and I've been in a pinch before. The only way you pinch yourself out is by not playing the Bills, but you have no choice. Myles Gaskin.
Oh my goodness, Sam, what are you going to do in this one?
That's a brutal situation, but I got to agree. I guess I got to go with Myles Gaskin as well. You got to go with, trying to exploit the weaknesses where you can. And when you're throwing a dart, which this definitely is one, I guess I would go there.
Tater.
This is like looking in the refrigerator and seeing the only 2 items being, celery and broccoli. I don't want either of them.
I love both.
I would probably just order a pizza on the waiver wire, in my opinion, Dave. But shout out to Dave from ESPN Radio over at Panama City. Guy does a great job. But given this scenario, I'll go Myles Gaskin.
Peyton Barber, I am not a believer at all. Watching him as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, he's just not impressive. So I cannot put my support behind Peyton Barber, even though he scored 2 touchdowns in week 1.
Wasn't he 19 for 33 or something like that last week?
He's not great. Great.
I mean, that's beyond. That's way worse than not great. That's absolutely terrible.
17 for 29.
Oh, even worse.
Antonio Gibson was 9 for 36. He's going to begin to get more involved. The hype train just has to understand that this son of a gun needs to get a push start. It's not going to shoot right out of the gates. It's more like the crank on a roller coaster wheel. It'll get moving fast, but it just starts slow all on its way to the top.
Yeah, fair enough.
Terrible analogy, but anyway.
Philip Wetterberg, which 2 should I sit out this week? Tyler Lockett, Paris Campbell, Marvin Jones, John Brown, or Cortland Sutton? Sam, I believe you're up first.
Right off the bat, I would sit out Cortland Sutton just with him being so questionable and not being at 100%. Like, he's just not at 100%. Even questionable, and that means, he could play. He's just not going to be his full self, so I don't want any part in that. So I'd immediately get him out of that list. Between the rest of these, I would defer to Bucky on how he feels about John Brown, but I'll probably sit out Marvin Jones at this bunch.
Yeah, I'd sit Marvin Jones here. I'd put John Brown in. I'd also sit Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
I'm sitting Cortland Sutton 100%. Want to see how healthy he is, what his target volume is, all the laundry list. I haven't seen him yet. Don't know how healthy he is, so I'm sitting him. And then I'm sitting John Brown. I mean, the strength of that Miami defense is at the cornerback position with Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, who they signed this offseason. So I think that the Bills are going to be able to run the football. I think Josh Allen's going to have a great day. I just think a lot of it's going to be on the ground. Same thing with Singletary Moss. I think they dominate this game, and we see Diggs eat a little bit. I still think that Brown has a reception or two. I just don't see as big a performance as we did in week 1.
A reception or two?
A reception or two.
So you think he's only going to have 2 receptions in the game?
Like, yeah, 2, somewhere around 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh, I feel like
It's a tough matchup on the outside, man.
in these corners, and I want to hear a bet.
I will bet you $5 right now that he gets 4 catches minimum.
4 minimum, so I'm 4.5 is the line.
No, that's 3.5.
3.5.
Sorry, 3.5. Sorry, my math is terrible. Yes, I'll take that bet. No, I'll do a 5 spot on it. Let's do a 5 spot on it. John Brown has to get to 4 receptions.
I'm definitely sitting
to accept.
There you go. I'm definitely sitting Sutton here. I kind of want to sit Lockett. Doesn't have a great matchup against the Pats.
No.
Come on.
I think it's DK Metcalf that's getting that Stephon Gilmore treatment.
Yeah.
I'm
going to go with Tate, though. I'll agree with Tate, and I'll sit Sutton and Brown.
That's a coin flip there. Jones and Brown is a coin flip. It's up to you. Obviously, limited options there for Detroit. I didn't love what I saw week 1. I liked what the Bills offense provided in week 1. And I think the same continues in week 2.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Peyton Griffin, thanks for joining here on YouTube. Who's winning, Falcons or Cowboys? I'll say Cowboys.
Dallas.
Yeah, I guess the Cowboys.
I mean, I'm gonna go Atlanta. Actually, I think Matty Ice shows up, chucking rocks.
Love it. Short Moss. Is it worth it to play James Conner? I feel like since I drafted him high, I'm obligated to play him, but I'm nervous. We just talked about that with Benny Snell a little bit. It depends on what your other options are. I wouldn't get too attached to someone you drafted semi-high, though. You know, you got to move on at some point. I'm not saying you need to drop him, but if you got a better option, play him.
I'm leaning on Sam here, the resident Steelers expert.
Again, it just depends on your other options. I mean, do I feel like, on the other hand, this could be a bounce back week for him? Maybe, but whether or not he is dinged up or he's just in the doghouse, it's going to be running back by committee. Tomlin hasn't said otherwise if another guy is the guy. So if you don't have other options, I would still start him. You know, he's not listed that he's out. He's going to at least get the beginning of the game. So I would say another week to try him out. But again, this depends on your other options.
All right. So what if you have Malcolm Brown and James Conner? You picked up Malcolm Brown on the wire after week 1. For me, it's easy. I'm playing Malcolm Brown.
I would still want to see what Connor's going to do in week 2. We're only in week 2. We're not fighting for a playoff spot right here. I want to see what my guys can do in week 2.
But it looked like he lost his job last week. And coaches are going to have coach speak, Sam. I don't know who to trust on this. For me, I'm benching Connor in all the rosters that I have him on.
I get it. I'm just saying that Mike Tomlin's a very direct guy as well. He would have said, this is our new guy. This, like, he's very, very direct in that. So I just don't, he hasn't come out and said that.
Okay.
So, and he's also very quick if the media is, you know, buzzing about something to say, like, stop it. Like, don't do that. Like, he's also very quick to do that. He's a very direct coach. So I don't think he's 100% lost this job. I think that he needs to prove it. And Tomlin's someone that's going to let you try and prove it.
I could just see Mike Tomlin. I would love to be a player under Mike Tomlin and just listen to him talk, because that dude just gets me juiced up every time he has any sort of press game conference. We're going to be better today. Like, you know, yeah, that's my dude. I haven't heard better coach speak since either Dennis Green and We Are Who They Thought They Were, or Tony D'Amato from Any Given Sunday.
All right, Will's got a tough one here. Eckler, Mostert, or Connor in a full point PPR. For me, it's between Eckler and Mostert, and it's tough. What do you guys think? Tater, you're up first.
Mostert. I mean, we saw how involved he was in the pass game last week. I mean, yeah, Jerick McKinnon had a very good week one, and it's good to see him back. He will have a role. But this Niners pass catching group is decimated. So somehow, whether it's via 15 carries, 5 receptions, 18 carries, 2 receptions, I think that Mostert gets to 20 touches today against the Jets and has himself a day. I mean, Eckler, everybody's stop freaking out about Eckler, dude. He still had what, like 20 total touches in week one, played like 69% of the snaps. Pump the brakes on the hate on Austin Eckpiece. He'll be fine. It's just that Tyrod Taylor, he's not P-Rib, dude. He's not looking to just throw, 3-yard checkdowns. Tyrod's looking to chuck that sucker downfield to Mike Williams. That's what he wants to do, and that's what he does.
Bucky,
Yeah, it's Mostert for me. Sam?
Mostert as well. I mean, again, just that whole offense is so decimated. Again, Kittle is out as well. So they're going to be struggling to get that offense going. And if it's going to go through someone, it's going to go through him.
I'll go Raheem. I'm a Raheem believer for sure, but it's tough for me because I think the Chargers are going to be playing from behind here, and Mostert, maybe he'll actually catch 5 passes this week. We'll see. Greg, what's up, man? Go Colts. G-Man in the house.
What's up, G-Man?
G-Man.
CQ, if you missed us earlier, we all said Jonnu Smith over Gronk.
Yes.
Shades needs 2 in a standard. Carson, Connor, Jonathan Taylor, David Johnson, Ronald Jones, David Montgomery. Wow, that's a lot of backs.
That is a lot. You get so many.
Wow.
It's impressive. I mean, immediately my gut says to go Carson and Johnson here.
See, mine, for me, it's between Taylor, Johnson, and Carson.
How the hell did you get this many running backs?
I'm going Carson and Taylor here.
Sorry, it's just it's a good situation to have. Give me Carson and give me Jonathan Taylor.
Agreed, Tate.
Great. Good job drafting.
Yeah, it's a good team, man. I will do I'll do Carson and Taylor as well. It's hard for me to bench David Johnson. He looked good.
Yeah,
and Ronald Jones should have a good take today.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Peyton,
stacked.
Peyton, you missed us earlier. It was 3-1 Cowboys over Falcons. Bucky's got faith in Matty Ice.
I do.
TS, yep, we got you there. Watch out for that football team defense. Yeah, everyone's on board with that. I wasn't discounting them. I'm just saying I'm starting Arizona over them.
Go get on this train, the Washington football team defense.
Brady or trade.
Brady or Breeze.
Ideas for a new logo and team name. You can really have influence on this Washington football team. It's okay.
Football team until they should just keep that name until they win a Super Bowl, and then they can change their name.
Their logo sucks. I was creating thumbnails this week, and I hate their logo. It just looks awful. But anyway,
not great.
Moving on.
Brady and
all right,
Breeze.
Brady or Breeze this season.
Brady.
I'll take Brady. I don't feel that confident, but I'll take it.
The Bucs had 3 long pass interference calls last week. I mean, so that stat line could have looked a lot better. Brady threw 2 uncharacteristic picks, one of which was you could throw on Mike Evans because of him just giving up on a post route. So just be patient, but I actually feel very encouraged from what I saw in week 1 from Tom Brady.
We answered this already, Levy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mike, we ended up with Malcolm Brown and Terry McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
We did. Mason, Corey Davis, Mark Ingram, John Brown, Slayton. Pick 2.
Ooh.
Slayton and Ingram.
Hard to sit Slayton. And Corey Davis intrigues me. He had a hell of a week 1, and there's no A.J. Brown this week. So
he did, but he wasn't 100% this week either.
Yeah, I know he's dealing with a toe injury. He showed up on the injury reports. I will give the nod, Mark Ingram, and I can't sit Darius Slayton after what he did in week 1 against Pittsburgh. Hell no. Give me Darius Slayton.
Yeah, I mean, he could have done more, but I'm glad they did because the Steelers won and I was happy. But
Bucky,
I go with Slayton and Ingram as well.
Bucky, did you agree on that?
Yeah, Slayton Ingram.
I almost want to go Ingram Davis.
I started the movie.
Yeah, Bucky led the charge on that one, actually. I jumped on his coattails.
Man, personally, I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna go Ingram and Davis. I still believe in the Bears defense somewhat. So I'm tempering expectations in week 2 for Slayton.
Okay.
Goddard or Ruggs at flex in PPR. Baked goldfish.
Goddard, Parker, or Ruggs.
Ruggs hasn't been practicing. He just finally practiced on Saturday, and he's a Monday night tilt. So if he doesn't, God forbid, he doesn't go, I'm not willing to take that risk. Give me Goddard.
Agree. I have to go Goddard as well. I mean, Parker is questionable as well. Hamstring injuries. You never like those going into a game, so I got to go Goddard.
Number one, goldfish are baked, and that's a fantastic username and a fantastic treat on any occasion. I'm going to go Dallas Goddard.
I'm going Goddard too. I didn't even read Parker when I read that for some reason, and I'm a Parker truther as well. AA Zaroli, DJ Moore, Paris Campbell, Deontay Johnson, Bobby Woods, pick 2. Bobby Trees, he called him. I like that. I've never seen that before.
Bobby Trees a lot.
Also, Miles Sanders or Gurley. Let's see. What do you guys got? Tater, jump in on this one first.
All right. So give me Bobby Trees, Bobby Woods, Rude Boy Bob. How many nicknames does Robert Woods have nowadays here on the Fantasy Focus pod? For the other wide receiver, give me DJ Moore. I do think the Bucs are going to have a very effective offensive game. DJ Moore, if they get him matched up against Jamal Dean, I could see him having a pretty nice day and popping a big one at some point. Moore had a kind of a quiet debut, but I still am very encouraged by what I saw in week 1. And for the running backs, give me Gurley. Miles Sanders, I get it. They held him out of week 1. I'm optimistic that he's 100% healthy, but give me the guy that I know is healthy heading into week 2.
Yeah, I'm going to pair all of those minutes, actually. I'm going to go DJ Moore, and I'm going to go Bobby Woods and Gurley as well. I feel like Gurley is looking good. I like what he's going to be able to do this week. And then as far as Bob Woods, I'm always starting Bob Woods. It's going to be hard-pressed to get me to not start Bob Woods.
Yeah, give me Bobby Trees. Give me DJ Moore. I'm starting Miles Sanders.
Ooh. I'm going to go Bobby Trees, DJ Moore, and Gurley. I want to see Sanders first. I'm going to start calling him Bobby Trees. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Bobby Trees is phenomenal.
Edit 1Z, Melvin Gordon or Naheem Hines in a full-point PPR. I'm going to jump in first on this one. It's Melvin Gordon for me, especially with Phil Lindsay out. Oh, shake your head all you want, Buck.
That's the wrong call, pal.
No.
It's Naheem Hines this week. You want to go up against that Pittsburgh defense? I don't.
Requisite touches.
They just bottled the hell out of Saquon Barkley. Are we really sitting here saying
nothing?
Nothing. And you think it's going to get better for Melvin Gordon on his gimp leg? No shot. Naheem Hines, book it.
I have to agree completely. It's got to be Hines. The way that the defense was able to bottle up Barkley. I mean, come on. Come on.
Seriously, come on. Tate, Levy, where are your heads at?
I don't think that Broncos offensive line is as bad as the unit there in New York. Just pump the brakes on it. Saquon Barkley is a better player than Melvin Gordon. I 100% agree with that. But Melvin Gordon without Philip Lindsay, hell, Melvin Gordon was one of the reasons why they got back into the football game on Monday Night Football against the Tennessee Titans. He looked great in the second half. I know he had a fumble, but he avenged that. There we go. We got the requisite coin. Give me Melvin Gordon. Flip the coin. Let's move on.
Yeah, this is what we do when the house is divided. We're flipping coins until we come up with a better idea. Come up with some ideas for us.
In the comments.
Bucks. All right. Here's your second $5 bet of the day. I'll bet you $5 that Melvin Gordon has more fantasy points than Naheem Hines in a full-point PPR.
All right, $5. You're on.
Head is Gordon. Tails is Hines.
Into the mic, pal. Into the mic.
It's Tails. It's Tails. It's Hines.
And that's the right pick. And Levy, I'll take that $5 any way you can get it to me.
We'll see. I got Venmo. All right. Matt Boyd joining us on Facebook. Paris Campbell, Marvin Jones, or Edelman and Flex. I'm thinking it's Campbell. Apparently, we already answered the question. I'll go Campbell. I'm kind of close on Edelman. What about you guys?
I guess I side, so I'll go first. But I want to roll with Paris Campbell, but Edelman, though, is very intriguing when you consider the fact that he's going up against a Seahawks secondary that gave up 3 100-yard receivers last week. So for that reason, I mean, Edelman's been dealing with a knee injury, though. That's really the biggest reason why I'm going to fade Edelman and go with Campbell is that Edelman's not 100% healthy, but the matchup, I don't want to overlook the fact that he's got a very delicious looking matchup on paper.
Any additional thoughts, anyone?
No.
I side with Tate as always.
Don't make me blush.
Tate, I'm going to let you give your quick analysis on this one because you talked about it earlier. But Metcalf or Lockett, do you like either of them in their matchup this week against the Pats?
Lockett more so than DK Metcalf. I do believe that DK Metcalf, because he is an outside vertical threat, not to say that he hasn't evolved as a route runner, but I think he's going to get the Stephon Gilmore treatment more so than your boy Tyler Lockett.
All right. Cocaine and Waffles, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying your morning so far. Full point PPR. Pick 2, Miles Sanders, Terry McLaurin, Malcolm Brown. Bucky, you're up first.
It's been a good morning in the Cocaine and Waffles household, I'm assured. If I got to pick 2 here, I'm going Miles Sanders and Terry McLaurin. Look, it's easy to just say Malcolm Brown. Look at last week. And really, who's really going to supplant him at that point? I'm not sure that Cam Akers doesn't get more involved, but I know that Terry McLaurin, as far as an explosive route runner that he is, I'm going to take him and Sanders. That's it.
Sam?
I guess here I would go. I would do the same. I would go Sanders and McLaurin as well. I really feel like the Rams backfield is going to be a mixed. It's going to be a running back by committee. We don't know if week to week who we're going to be able to rely on. So to me, I've got to go Sanders and McLaurin as well.
Look, until Malcolm Brown, until they actually show that Cam Akers is going to be the lead dog there, or if Malcolm Brown isn't going to see carries inside the 5, I'm actually going to go with Malcolm Brown. And Terry McLaurin, boy, he's talented, but they are going to struggle. He's going to struggle to find defenses that aren't going to try to bracket him on third downs. Like they're going to show him so much more extra attention that it's going to make him, even though he'll lead the team in targets every week, he's going to have inefficient weeks. Give me the guys that I feel that are confident they're going to see 10 or more touches this week in both Miles Sanders and Malcolm Brown.
I am going to agree with Tate on this. I'm not benching Malcolm Brown until I have a reason to right now. So I'll go with the 2 running backs. Looks like we got another coin flip. Back-to-back coin flips. This is crazy. So let's go heads for Malcolm Brown, tails for Terry.
We got to find a different way to settle this.
It's tails for Terry. I hate to see that, Tate. We're 0 for 2 on the flip, man.
Hell yeah.
0 for 2 on the flip, Tate. Stephanie, what's up? Thanks for joining as always. Montgomery or Hines? Tater?
Give me David Montgomery against that Giants unit. I believe that they will be able to run the ball a bit more effectively than they did last week. I thought Montgomery, who I was worried wasn't going to be 100%, he looked like he was a full go, didn't really have any issues, no setbacks that we've heard of. So I'm still going to roll with David Montgomery, but in a full point PPR, Hines does intrigue me a little bit as the pass catching back for your boy P. Riv there. But again, I like the matchup against the Giants in particular. I think they're going to be running the football, playing with a lead is from what I expect game flow wise.
I'm going to go with Monty as well. Bucky, you going Hines, huh?
Yeah, I'm going Hines. So is Sam. Sam is in on Hines. We're both in.
High five me.
How about a rock, paper, scissors against Buck or Sam?
Yeah,
do that.
Bucky versus Tate, rock, paper, scissors to decide this one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Well, wait a second.
Yep. You're going with me and Monty. You're going with me.
Play the camera better. You don't just throw your hand into the camera because it looks like all of the things.
I can change my stuff. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
We need a new system.
We need a new system.
Look, that's a tough decision. It is, Stephanie. But you either side with destiny or you side with fate. Either way, you win.
AA Zaroli, we answered this one on the receiver half. We're going DJ Moore and Bobby Trees. Why are people so high on David Johnson this week? He's facing the Ravens D. I don't know that we're so high on him. We just benched him in a couple of scenarios there. I just like him this year in general. But yeah, tough matchup this week.
Well, tough matchup, but how effective were Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb against this defense? They were both efficient. I mean, on 13 and 10 carries apiece, both averaged over 5 yards a clip. That matchup on paper may be a little bit better. Of course, the offensive line not as good there in Houston as in Cleveland, but I still think that David Johnson, requisite touches, RTs from your boy Bucky.
Troy King, thanks for joining, dude. How would you order these tight ends? Hurst, Jonnu, and Goddard. Sam, you're up first, I believe.
I think I would go Goddard, Jonnu, and then Hurst for me.
Yep.
Reverse
Agreed.
how they're written.
Hurst shouldn't be on this list. And give me Goddard and Jonnu.
You hate him so much.
I don't hate him.
Come on, don't hate on my boy.
You hate him.
Why is everyone hating Hurst anybody's boy? Yeah, he's really.
You just have problems with fellas with nice, lovely locks like
He
we
does
got.
have great
right?
hair.
Yeah, got great hair there, Bucks.
So did Colby.
I
Freeman.
know, but
How did that work?
I have hair.
I agree. I'll go Goddard, Jonnu, and then Hurst. Greg wants to know if Edelman is a decent start this week.
Yeah, absolutely. It's unfortunate that he's been dealing with an injury because I'd be way higher on him if he wasn't. But against the matchup against the Seahawks that gave up a ton of yardage to a slot receiver in Russell Gage,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, I'm starting him in a couple of leagues. Will Hayes, pick 2 for PPR. David Johnson, Miles Sanders, Devin Singletary, and 9. Is that Naheem Hines? I don't know.
Hines, it'll make my job easier at picking.
I don't know what that means.
Tater, you're up first.
I'm picking 9.
All right. Well, 9 times 2. I'm going to roll with David Johnson and Miles Sanders. I mean, Devin Singletary, look, I'm concerned about his usage in the running game. I mean, we saw Josh Allen lead the frickin' Bills in carries last week. That's a little concerning.
By 5.
And had the same amount of carries as Zach Moss. Little concerning for your boy Singletary. So give me Sanders returning and David Johnson.
Agreed.
Hey Knox.
I agree
Yes.
as well. I will go Johnson and Sanders here.
Keep the comment up so I don't have to look at that devil's eyes.
He's not bad.
Guys, if you're just jumping in here, we will get to every single question. You just might have to be patient. Shadi McFaddy, good morning.
Yes.
Choose 2. Marvin Jones, Keenan Allen, Metcalf, and DJ Moore. Tater, you are up first on this one.
Oh, fantastic. DJ Moore and Keenan Allen.
I agree. Keenan Allen eats against the Chiefs historically. Bucky?
Keenan Allen, DJ Moore.
It's going to be a clean sweep. Keenan Allen and DJ Moore for me as well.
There we go. We are in sync.
Levy, I want to raise my hand and just say Keenan Allen, all the previous times he's been playing the Kansas City Chiefs and tearing them up, he was also having Phillip Rivers as his quarterback. It's a little different.
I understand. I'm not a believer in Tyrod, but the targets will be there.
Playoff quarterback.
Yeah, he's awful. Johnny 6 Alive, Fantasy Pros, Sporting News, even CBS. I think we're recommending starting him. Oh, he's talking about David Johnson.
Yeah, David Johnson.
Requisite touches.
Look, what it boils down to, and I've really been just hitting the hell out of this drum. The Houston Texans running backs perform. The ceiling isn't all that high, but the floor is high for every Texans running back. And it's been that way for years now under Bill O'Brien. The same continues. That's why we're high on him, because you look at it, Tate can grimace a little bit. I see him. And I just feel like the guy, his floor is pretty damn high at like 10 points per game.
I mean, that may ring true, but the reason why I'm excited about David Johnson, you see that touchdown to open the game on last Thursday. I know it seems like an age ago, but it was a jump cut, stiffy, tutty. I mean, it looked like 2016 version of David Johnson. So if we get a healthy David Johnson, the dude will produce top 15 numbers at the running back spot, period, regardless of where he's at. So that's what I'm excited about.
All right, let's move on. We got a ton of questions here. Eric Williams, Mostert versus the Jets or Taylor versus the Vikings. Bucky, you are up first.
I'm going to go Raheem Mostert here. There's no reason to defer. The game plan is to run the football.
Sam?
I'm going to go Mostert as well.
Mostert was better in week 1. I will roll with Mostert, even though I love both of these options. I see a world where both of these guys finish in the top 15 this week. So Eric, you're in a good spot, my friend.
Yeah, buddy. I agree. I'll go Mostert as well, but I do like Taylor this week. So Josh Allen or Russ Wilson? Bucky, resident Bills fan, you get to go first, even though you just went.
If Josh Allen does not fumble the damn football, Josh Allen. But knowing that he's going to fumble at least twice within the red zone and squander a huge lead, I'm going to go Russell Wilson here.
Yeah,
good secondary, Miami.
Yeah, good secondary, and I'm gonna go Russell Wilson as well here.
I could just see this being a low-scoring game between the Seahawks and the New England Patriots. For some reason, I just get the vibe that this is going to be kind of a grinded out both teams. I mean, Cam Newton, he had a very good Patriots debut, but they still struggled through the air. And N'Keal Harry, I don't know what the hell. I'm hoping I didn't completely miss on N'Keal Harry because I thought he was a great prospect coming out, but still some things that have me concerned. But Josh Allen is going to – I mean, we saw what this Miami defense gave up to a rushing quarterback. Right. 2 tutties from Cam Newton. So give me Josh Allen this week. I know it sounds crazy to sit Russ Wilson after what he did last week, but I just think that the New England defense is still pretty damn good, and the matchup seems to line up for Josh Allen as a mobile dual-threat quarterback.
Yeah.
Taking the microphone down there?
Yeah.
I just saw him approaching. I'm terrified.
I just
they're like smacking around the mic.
For me, like, why put yourself in a position like this and draft Russell Wilson and Josh Allen? I just don't believe in putting myself in a position like that. So I'm going.
Give Bronco plays a hard time because he drafted well.
No, or this is DFS. I think probably
I'm going
DFS question. I don't know how you accumulate both of these players on the same team.
Right. If it's DFS, I'm going Josh Allen, and season long, I'm going Russell Wilson because frankly I don't want us to flip another coin here. So we'll go 3-1 in favor of Russell Wilson, but I like both options. Great squad there.
Tate, I've watched so many Bills games where he just is a different human week to week. And he had those shades last week of not progressing. Yes, he forced the ball down the field. He did a better job of making his reads, but he's still sloppy with the football. I'm going to go Russell Wilson.
It's true. You are right.
Watch not Goddard or Hawkinson. Sam, you're up first.
I think here I'm actually going to go Hawkinson just because Kenny Golladay is out. And so I feel like they're going to need to open that up to someone. And I liked how Hawkinson looked last week, so I'm going to go with him.
Hickory dickory dock, it's time to throw to Hawk, baby. No Kenny Golladay for a second straight week, and this time I expect the Green Bay Packers to jump out to a lead on the Detroit Lions. Yeah, give me TJ Hawkinson. I thought he had a great week 1. So did Goddard, obviously, but a little bit tougher test against that Rams unit.
I'm going Hawk.
I have to be the anti. I'm going to go Goddard here.
Fair enough. Peyton, what's up? Wide receiver PPR, Falcons versus Cowboys, Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Tater. You get to pick one of these guys.
Calvin Ridley. Unquestionably. Julio.
I'm going to agree.
Cooper was also on the injury report this week. Calvin Ridley balled the hell out.
Yeah.
Give me Calvin.
I agree. I got to go Calvin Ridley here. I mean, I'm nervous as someone that owns Julio Jones. Like, I'm going to start him, but I'm not. I'm tempering my expectations. I'm hoping for, fantasy goodness elsewhere.
Calvin.
All right. Clean sweep. I agree, Sam. I'm starting Julio too, obviously. If you got him, you're starting him in most cases. But out of that 3, I'll go Ridley. Will, pick 2. David Johnson, Miles Sanders, Hines, Singletary, and Moss. I'm going to stick with David Johnson and Miles Sanders. How about you, Bucky?
Same.
Sam?
Didn't we go Hines on this one?
No, I would go Hines over – I would not go Hines over Johnson or Sanders.
No. No, I like David Johnson and I like Sanders as well. I mean, how do you feel about that split between Singletary and Moss? I feel like Moss looked good last week as well.
We don't know. He was terrible running the football, but they will feed him.
Yeah. So Sanders and Johnson.
Well, y'all don't get to answer? I agree.
I know you agree because we had a similar question.
Me.
I knew you agreed.
Let's go, man. We're good. Sanders and Johnson.
In the corner.
Zaroli's got some tough ones. Pick 2.5 PPR: Gurley, Sanders, Taylor, and DJ Moore or Deontay Johnson or Paris Campbell. Let's see who's up first on this one. Tater.
Go Todd Gurley and Jonathan Taylor at the running back spots, and then give me DJ Moore and Paris Campbell. Because again,
you only get one.
Was dealing with an injury as well this week, so give me Paris Campbell and DJ Moore.
It's only one of the receivers, but I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go Gurley, Taylor, and I'm going to pick DJ Moore.
I'm going to go John Taylor, DJ Moore.
Well, you get I don't know.
Yeah, we don't really know, right? That's kind of the beauty of this platform is I have no idea, but I want to help my guys Zaroli out.
Sab, what's up, buddy? Higbee or Goddard? Sam.
I mean, with Everett being, I think he's out or questionable. I'm hoping for a big Higbee day today. I feel like it's in the wind. Do you feel like it's in the wind? I feel like it could be his day, but also they're scoring off against each other. So if it were me, I think I'm starting Higbee.
It's hard to start Higbee over Goddard after what he did in week 1. But with no Everett in the game, I'm actually going to roll. I expect a little bit of regression from Goddard because if we expected Goddard to do that every single week, he'd be the tight end 1 or 2. So, I mean, I just think that the regression comes down a little. It's going to regress a little bit for Goddard, probably in targets, receptions, and yards. Give me Higbee, who isn't going to be in quite as much 12 personnel with Everett no longer playing this week. So, yeah.
It's Higgs.
I'm going Higbee as well. We got another tight end question here from Saul. Jonnu or Ingram? Ingram going up against the Bears. I'm going Jonnu with no A.J. Brown.
Same.
Tater, you agree?
Yep.
Johnny.
All of us. I love it.
Yeah.
Big Ben or Watson for Dale? Sam. Deshaun, okay. Sam?
It's hard for me to not pick Deshaun Watson, but I feel like this is a good matchup for the Steelers, and I'm excited about Ben. So I'm actually might just do Ben here. I feel like Watson's going to get picked a couple times. I think they're going to have success in the run game, but I think that he's going to struggle passing wise. So I think it's got to be Ben this week.
What a gauntlet for the Texans to start the season. First against Kansas City and then Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens in week 2. I mean, Watson's going to have to chuck the ball all over the yard to try to keep up with Lamar Jackson because that defense is not going to even put a speed bump in that rushing attack, in my opinion. So I think Watson actually game flow favors Deshaun Watson, even though the matchup's a little bit tougher.
Yeah, I'm going to go Watson here as well. Eric wants your quick analysis on Darius Slayton, Tate, in a crowded passing attack.
I thought he looked great. I thought he was the answer to the multiple choice question heading into the season. What else could you have wanted to see from Darius Slayton against the Pittsburgh Steelers? I mean, he was involved? It wasn't just garbage time. He actually gave the Giants a lead with that post route that was picture perfect. And he got vertical and he got open consistently all night against a tough secondary. So love Darius Slayton. I actually probably have him as a top 25 option for the rest of the season. And he's the guy out of that Giants pass catching group that I want in my lineups every week.
Love it. All right. Next up, Jesse Torres, pick 2. DJ Moore, Will Fuller, Michael Gallup, Paris Campbell. Bucky, you're up first.
I'm going to go DJ Moore and Will Fuller.
Sam?
I think I'm going DJ Moore for sure. And then I'm going to go Michael Gallup, actually.
He looked good last week.
It's going to be different. Yeah.
That
kind of
BS
OPI call against Jalen Ramsey.
That was bullshit.
Yeah. Better ahead for him. I think this is a big, high-scoring game. I think it's got to be Gallup and Moore for me.
Tater?
First off, I love really all 4 of these options. I think that Fuller's probably got the toughest matchup, but I also think that he's going to be peppered with targets, kind of similar to what he was in week 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And really, Deshaun Watson missed him on a long touchdown. He underthrew him when he was open by a mile. Give me Will Fuller. I expect him to see double-digit targets. And then I actually like DJ Moore. I still believe in his talent. I mean, I actually really like Paris Campbell this week too, and Michael Gallup is somebody that I think is better than I'm giving him credit for. But DJ Moore is still a stud. Give me DJ Moore against Jamal Dean. I expect him to pop a big one.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Tater and Bucky on this one. I'm going to go Moore and Fuller. Let's go. Benson. He doesn't like it, but in his flex, Melvin Gordon, James Conner, Edelman, or Jonnu. I believe, Sam, you are up first.
I mean, based on those, I would just go Gordon first. I mean, despite what I said earlier about Gordon, I feel like of these, he has the highest floor for potential for points here. So I got to go with Gordon.
Who's getting Melvin Gordon off the field this week? I'll wait. Melvin Gordon is the answer, but I gotta love, Benson, that you start off a question. You gotta love a fantasy football question that starts with "I don't like this," but
that's every one of us. That's so relatable.
You're setting your lineup in fantasy football every week. It doesn't matter the week. There's probably one guy you're looking at and say, "I don't like this."
I mean, I hate everything every time I pull up my lineup. I'm like, this sucks. Even if it's a good lineup, I hate it.
I'm going Gordon there for sure.
I'm going Edelman. I feel like I'm against all of you today, by the way.
That's okay.
It's the year of the buck.
No, it's not.
We said that last year.
Touches your own rule when it comes to that right there.
I understand what you're saying, but Pittsburgh scares me, Derek.
He does.
I'm terrified of that shit.
All right.
Sam, when you said that?
What? I
went
love
in from ear to ear like the Joker.
All right, we got a bunch of you guys in there. First time coming across our channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. Appreciate it. And smash that like button on this video if you're enjoying the show so far. V-Dog, good morning. Anthony Miller, Antonio Gibson, or Malcolm Brown for flex in a PPR. It's Malcolm Brown for me. Tater?
Malcolm Brown. That's kind of a hodgepodge group of players there that I could make a case for, but definitely a case against every single one of them. But Malcolm Brown for this week, just based on what he did last week.
MB. It's a good
Sam?
initial.
No, I agree. I agree. It's a hodgepodge of guys right there. Don't see those often stringed together.
Half-point PPR for Andrew, Zach Moss, Lat Murray, or Goddard. Bucky, what do you got?
You know it's Dallas, South Dakota State's finest.
I dig it. Sam?
Yeah, I'll go Goddard as well.
Zach Moss scored last week, and against this unit up front for the Miami Dolphins, I actually expect the Bills to rush for over 150 yards in this game. Moss is going to get a piece of that, and I think that Moss finds the end zone. Give me Zach Moss.
It's just hard for me. It goes against all of my own internal fantasy rules to play a tight end over two running backs.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. I don't like it.
It feels weird, and Zach Ertz is still there. Like I'm on board with the Goddard hype train, but in some circumstances, you need to, you need to get realistic. Is what I'm saying.
Exercise restraint. It's like, yes, I want Goddard to blow up, and I believe in the talent, and we saw it in week 1, and we've seen it in the past. He's definitely somebody that I'm super, super high on as a player, but I just don't want to overreact to 1 week and say that Zach Ertz is on his way out. And
right.
Goddard has already arrived.
But what have we seen from Zach Moss?
I mean, yes, Moss struggled on the ground in week 1, but the dude had more than 10 total touches and found the end zone in week 1 and was involved in the passing game. And I still like the matchup on the ground against the Miami Dolphins.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, and Ertz still scored last week too.
If you haven't noticed,
Goddard could make me look like an idiot here, admittedly.
I'm actually going to go with Moss here. So we got our third coin flip of the day. So
just
Moss,
take your pick, Andrew. I mean, if it's half PPR, I can see the appeal of Zach Moss and the upside there. I'll flip it. Start Zach Moss.
All right. From the Bills fan, Jesse Torres, Hunter Henry, or Hawkinson. I'm going to go first here. I'm going Hunter Henry here. I like the target share last week. Bucky?
I'm going Hunter. I like hunting.
Hawk.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Hawkinson as well, just because, again, Galladay's out, and he looked good last week, so I feel like he's going to have another uptick.
All right, well, someone's going to change their mind here, or I'm flipping a coin.
Oh my God, we don't need to flip a coin. Hunter Henry. All right, let's just we gotta. I mean, I like the.
I mean, what's the difference between a coin flip and a rock, paper, scissors?
You guys put your hands in the camera and made it look terrible.
I was trying to hide my hand and then just look at what Bucky had and then just eventually throw up either two fingers, the entire fist.
That's what you did. We all know we saw it.
I cheated.
I can't tell if Zaroli keeps throwing the same questions at us with different.
No, this is a brand new question. Zaroli is my guy, so we gotta get him back here.
Bucky, you're up first here. Half point PPR. DJ Moore, Johnson, or is that Deontay Johnson or David Johnson?
It's more Higbee Sanders for me.
For me, it's more Higbee Gurley. What about you, Tater and Sam?
More Higbee Gurley.
More Higbee Gurley as well.
All right. Rager or D-Jax? Tater.
Give me Jalen Rager, man. Let's go. Jalen Rager, I expect that. Look, I'm shocked that he actually played in week 1. And the fact that he made it through week 1 without any significant setbacks. If there's a guy that I expect to get that Jalen Ramsey treatment, which, some would argue like, well, I mean, Amari Cooper had a great week again. I don't want to see Jalen Ramsey if I don't have to. I feel like D-Jax is going to see a lot more of Jalen Ramsey than Jalen Rager will in this week.
A lot of Jalen's in the talk right now. I'll go Rager here.
I'm going Rager as well. Sam?
Yeah, Rager as well.
Jalen Rager. Yeah, I had to get it out.
Oh, I'm so scared. You're scaring us.
Standard format. Julio, Manuel Sanders, T.Y. Hilton, or Naheem Hines in standard. Bucky, what do you got?
T.Y. Big shot this week.
Sam?
I mean, I really like Emmanuel Sanders this week. Michael Thomas is out. Targets are going to go somewhere. And I got to go Sanders just based on that. Against the Raiders, I like the matchup.
See, I think Cook picks up the targets.
I think he's going to take an uptick as well. That's a lot of targets to go around. Plenty to feed everyone.
Give me requisite touches with Naheem Hines. When I don't get the warm and fuzzies about a specific wide receiver, and I feel confident that Hines is going to probably touch the ball 10 times in this game, yeah, give me Hines.
Even in standard?
Well, yes.
All right. So I'm the deciding factor here. Ooh, this is exciting. I'm gonna side with Sam here, and I'm going the Manny Sanders pick of the week. It's not the pick of the week. It's in standard format. It's not as sexy as PPR, but I do like Sanders. Big Ben or Cam? Sam.
Ben or Cam? Ooh. I love Ben. I don't know how I feel about Cam against the Seahawks. He did great last week. Maybe just with his running floor, I would give him the edge and I'd go Cam.
Cam for me.
You said Cam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like it though.
Tater?
Cam Newton.
Yeah, I'll go Cam. Victor, what's up, buddy? Metcalf or Deontay Johnson? I'm gonna go Metcalf here. Bucky?
Metcalf, the freak.
Sam?
Freak abs, I gotta go with Metcalf as well.
I don't like that matchup against Stephon Gilmore. I'm staying away from him. I'm going Deontay Johnson.
I don't love the matchup either, but I believe in the player.
I believe in
the player. I definitely believe in the player. He looked good.
He's
player.
a freak, man.
He's a goddamn god.
With the question, is he going to go to an impossible mission next?
He's a gladiator out there.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, what's up, Ethan? Sam, you're up first on this one. Full point PPR. Juju, Raheem, or Miles Sanders?
Ooh, I mean, I'm going to go Juju Smith here just because he looked great. Obviously, everyone's healthy. Knock on wood. I'm so excited about the Steelers this year. Juju's going to eat targets. Give me Juju.
Come on, Tate. Do the right thing.
When you think of garbage, think of Raheem. I got my one in there. It's Raheem Mostert. For me, Juju looked great. Sam, you're right. He looked great. Juju is back. I feel great with his connection with Ben Roethlisberger. And look, Chase Claypool and James Washington allowed Juju to flex back to the slot, which is where he is by far the most effective. So I love his outlook going forward. But, I mean, I expect the Niners to just take the air out of the football and run it down New York's throat. So, and he'll be involved in the passing game. Give me Raheem.
Yep, Mostert for me.
Yeah, I'm going Raheem as well.
I
Sorry,
get it.
Sam.
No, I do like Mostert as well. I really like him this week. I'm just very high on Juju. So you can take that as like a homer pick. That's fine.
Fredley, what's up, man? It's been a while. Metcalf or Diggs also got Preston Williams, but I think I don't know where
a bit behind. Yeah,
a bit behind. I'm going Diggs.
Fredley, first off, you're my guy. I'm going to go Stephon Diggs here.
Stephon Diggs as well for me.
What's the free agent process to actually get people to apply to Team Tate? Because Bucky seems to have an entire full roster. I'm pretty empty. I got to fill a lot of roster spots as fandom goes. But
look, Fredley and I have shared beers at a local Hooters, and we had a blast. So Fredley, my guy.
No, Fredley's the man, though.
All right, Tater, you're up first on this one for Jesse. Scotty Miller worth starting over Keenan Allen.
Yes, he is. And I know that most people are going to raise an eyebrow to that, but with no Chris Godwin this week, Scotty Miller got open consistently. I wouldn't be surprised if he scores this week. I thought that he did a great job, and against the Carolina Panthers, expect a pretty good week. So yeah, I'll actually take Scotty Miller in a PPR over Keenan Allen, believe it or not.
I will endorse that pick, Tater. I'm expecting big things from Keenan Allen this week, but I'm also expecting big things from Scotty Miller. I feel more confident in Scotty Miller due to Tom Brady than I do with Tyrod Taylor. That's for damn sure.
They got him involved at all three levels, Sam. I didn't mean to jump in there, but they got Scotty Miller quick screens. They got him vertical. They got him running option routes and slants. I mean, he was all over the field. He looked like a poor man's Julian Edelman. I mean, that's what he reminded me of in week 1. So,
Sam, are we crazy?
I mean, I don't like it. I feel like Keenan Allen's going to have a great game. He's got a great matchup. I feel like there's a lot to like about starting Keenan Allen this week. I would like to wait and see on Scotty Miller one more week. I'm not going to beat myself up in week 2 if I have him on my bench and then I start him in week 3. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't believe it yet. I want to see it.
Maybe it's just the Bucks fan in me, but I drafted Scotty Miller. I saw him as that poor man's Edelman preseason. So Bucky's just lurking around back there.
Yeah, that's what's great. We got the MacGuffin that is Buck in the background, reloading with a beer.
I just died when I saw you just slide off.
Ron Turntables, half point PPR flex, DK, AP, Henry Ruggs, DeAndre Swift, Lat Murray. Bucky, you're up first.
All right, so one flex here between these, 5 players.
Mm-hmm.
It's really tough in a half-point PPR to drop Adrian Peterson at this point. You are torturing yourself, Ron Turntables, between Adrian Peterson and DeAndre Swift. DK Metcalf for me. And I know Tate's going to hate that pick, but the freak prevails today.
Calm down. I don't hate anything. You all are astute fantasy minds, and I just respectfully disagree in a lot of circumstances. But that's why we live with each other. So, Ronnie boy, Captain Ron, I'm going to go ahead and go with DeAndre Swift. Adrian Peterson saw the majority of his touches in the 3rd and 4th quarter when the Lions were kind of inexplicably playing and actually had a 17-point lead heading into the 4th quarter. I'm not sure with all 3 running backs healthy, Kerryon Johnson, DeAndre Swift, and Adrian Peterson healthy, that Peterson sees the same workload on the ground. Swift is the best pass catcher of this group, and I expect the Packers to be playing with a lead. So for that reason, I give the nod to DeAndre Swift.
Sam?
Yeah, I'm going to go DeAndre Swift as well for all those reasons that Tate said.
Yeah, they publicly backed him. They said good things.
He dropped the game-winning tutty. Oh, God.
But they threw their support behind him, so you love to see that. I feel like they're going to give him an opportunity to come back and show why he was a top pick for them. So this is a tough question, though. I'm going to go DeAndre Swift here, 3-1 against Bucky. Stuff you in a lot.
Everybody. Yeah, baby.
What am I missing here? Ron, I'm so sorry for the advice given by this podcast. Oh, my God. What if –
Moving on, we got a ton of questions. We'll get to them all, I promise. Jason, the original Jason of YouTube. I love it. Scotty Miller or Malcolm Brown in a PPR. Tate.
Oh, I hate that you went to me first on this.
I know. That's why
I so badly want to let it rip with Scotty, but
Let it rip, buddy.
no, I got to go Malcolm Brown. I got to go requisite touches.
That's your line right there. You guys have been like saying Scotty Miller all morning, but that's your line if you between him and Malcolm Brown, because I think you guys have both went on both of these guys all morning. So I'm just like, it's good to know where you stand on which side of the line.
Yeah, I'm with Tate. I got Malcolm Brown starting in 8 leagues. Let's go.
Sam
No,
just got
it's Scotty Miller here.
Yeah,
Sam?
this is the one time I go Scotty Miller.
You know what, Sam? I back you 100% always.
Brown.
All right.
Sam
Wow.
just unsheathed her virtual sword against me.
All right.
Bad.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Sentenced me to death after not picking Scotty Miller there.
Bucky versus Tate. Rock, paper, scissors.
No,
I say
I'm not doing it. I refuse to participate with a cheater.
Tate and Sam. There you go. Rock,
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Tate wins.
See, no, Tate's full of shit. This
He's a
is not
cheater.
real, folks. What you're watching is a cheat in action. This is like a tell at the damn poker table.
The coin flip is better.
How's the weather out there?
The coin flip is longer, and you're the only one that can see it. So you can technically say whatever you want unless you show the damn coin every time. Moving on.
All right. David Hayes, Goddard or Ingram? Bucky.
Oh, it's Evan Ingram.
Sam.
That confidently? I'm going down Goddard.
Yeah, I think I like Goddard too between these two. It's close though for me.
I'm still somewhat scared of the Bears. So I'm going to go Goddard.
Ingram was really struggled against tough safety play and a tough defensive unit as a whole. And guess what? They've got another good safety tandem there in Chicago. And not only that, but Goddard balled out. So if you're on the Goddard train, like kind of similar to how Sam called me out on Scotty Miller, Buck, you've been, smashing the like button all day on Dallas damn Goddard, and then you go with Evan Ingram?
I had never been posed with this very question, Derek, and that's why I answered it as succinctly and accurately as possible.
Well, we got the same question from Tyler. So 3 out of 4 went Goddard over Ingram there. So good luck to Tyler and David in the tight end world out there. Senro talking some trash. Let's go. Bring it on, buddy. I'm going to smoke you this week. Let's go.
When I see you're going down, I always think of, what is it?
You're going down, sucker.
Daddy, you're going down, sucker.
Jay, thanks for joining. Edelman or Chark? Sam, you're up first. PPR.
I guess I'll go. I don't like sitting Chark. I feel like Minshew's been surprising me a lot. So I think between the two, I got to go DJ Chark.
Chark.
Matchup's better for Edelman, but he's a little dinged up. That gives me the nod to DJ Chark.
Yeah, I'm going Chark as well. 18-team guillotine, AP Swift or Fournette. Drafted AP when he was in Washington. Tater, you're up. Guillotine.
Oh, that guillotine makes this so much more a pressure-filled question, because if we are wrong, then he could be axed. So, but Kyle, I'm still gonna go with an 18-team guillotine, unless if it's a standard. I don't know why I want to actually try to sneak Fournette in there, because I do think he can get a tutty against this Carolina defense, but I'm going to go Swift. I'm going to stay confident that the game flow is going to favor him the most out of that Detroit backfield this week against the Packers.
Swift as well for me.
Bucky.
I hate this backfield. It's Swift.
Oh, you're on board now. I love it. I
I
agree.
just
It
hate
was
it.
standard.
I woke up this morning and it was a great morning, and then I get questions about AP and DeAndre Swift. Questions I'm not prepared to answer, and neither is the front office of the Detroit Lions. So it's a goddamn mess out there.
If it's standard, I'm going Fournette. I think he gets more involved this week. I assume it's not standard. Who plays in standard besides us?
Yeah, but the Bucs can't block. That's my issue with it.
Fair. All right, Kenny Glazer, what's up, man? Long-time listener.
Oh, yeah. Love the Glazer.
D. Parker or not so scary Terry? Parker's banged up. Game time decision. It's not so scary Terry for me. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm going to go Terry McLaurin as well, just because he's dinged up. I believe he is listed. I think that there was a sleeper notification that just came through saying that he is active, but if he's dinged up, I still don't want him.
Terry McLaurin.
All right. Fredley's
Yeah,
trying to
I
bet
mean,
me
if
$5.
Parker's active, he's going to get the Trey White treatment. So no matter what, it's Terry McLaurin.
There we go. Fredley wants to bet me $5. I'm not sure on what. Slide
No.
in my
I think
DMs.
he backed you in our bet regarding. I don't even know what we bet on at this
I
point.
don't remember. I already
Just
forgot.
so many questions.
Michael, having trouble deciding between too many options, wide receiver and flex, half-point PPR, Keenan Allen, Malcolm Brown, Robbie Anderson, Naheem Hines, Cortland Sutton, DJ Chark, and Terry McLaurin.
This is the entire roster here, Michael. This is tough.
I'm going to go Keenan Allen and Malcolm Brown. Tate?
I will go Malcolm Brown and DJ Chark.
Sam?
I think I'm going to go with Keenan Allen and Naheem Hines.
Oh, man. We're not helping on this one.
I'm going to go Malcolm Brown and DJ Chark. I think that's the
There we go.
best matchups and most production.
All right, there's your answer. It's Malcolm Brown and DJ Chark. Tater and Bucky agree. Had a lot of
Yeah, baby. Join the party.
Parker or Will Fuller in a full point PPR. Armando
Fuller, Hammer Fuller.
Fuller for me.
Everywhere you look, Fuller House, Will Fuller.
So
Beers, boobs, and football. Randall Cobb or Brian Edwards in PPR. Sam, who you got?
It's my burner account, guys.
I knew it was.
No, this is tough. I think I'm going to go Brian Edwards, though.
I'm going Brian Edwards.
I'm going with the beers, boobs, and football.
That's just your pick? Their name?
Yeah, I'd rather start them than Randall Cobb or Brian Edwards in this week.
Give me Brian Edwards with a dinged up Henry Ruggs. And we did see, I mean, the Texans were getting their ass kicked by the Chiefs, and we barely saw a Randall Cobb sighting.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Give me Brian Edwards.
We got another one on Team Buck there. Chamberlain, love it. Armando, another one.
Chamberlain did apply. He went through the entire rigorous process. It was approved by the powers that be. Welcome to Team Buck, Chamberlain. I mean, the team just amasses week after week, and it really is something to see. The growth. The
Breeze or Trubisky. Sam, who you got?
I got to go Breeze. I still don't have full confidence in Trubisky.
Yeah, no way.
Is that what's that face for, Bucks?
Are we going to see our first denied application for that question to the Team Buck?
No. Armando, the roster is open. I'm going Breeze.
Yeah, Drew Brees for me.
It's still Mitch Trubisky. He still sucks. I mean, he's not good.
He had one
He saved his
quarter.
job for one more week.
He did. Ronald Jones or Tone Miller in a flex point PPR for Ned.
Rojo.
Rojo.
Rex Kwanjo.
Nice one.
All right, sorry.
Oh,
give me a
dear
second.
sensei.
We're
Wow,
going to
we
have
have
to extend this beyond 12, by the way.
Yeah, we got a lot more questions here. We'll go for like another. I can go for another 30.
I can
Lalo.
go until 1.
Well, I
can go all the way till 1. Levy has 27 leagues to check his roster, so yeah,
I
it's
was
going to
checking
take him
them last night. I got ahead of the curve. Woke up at 6 a.m. to check lineups this morning. Flex, Gallup or Robbie Anderson? Chica Guapa.
Chica Guapa.
What?
Lucky, you're up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Michael Gallup here. I actually like the matchup, and as much as I think that Bob Anderson definitely plays a role against this Bucs secondary, I think Gallup has a better target share today.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gallup as well.
Giddy up, Michael Gallup. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, I love me some Rude Boy Bob, but I will go Gallup as well. Like the matchup, Cam Stafford or Wentz for Adam here on YouTube. Thanks for joining, dude. Bucky.
I hate this question.
Bucks hates everything.
I told you,
pick
when
every other
Spurs
question.
win, I'm just this negative guy that overanalyzes everything. For this one, I'm going to go Cam.
I'm gonna go Cam as well, though I think that Stafford has a big day just because it's gonna be a shootout and he's gonna have to keep chucking the ball, and I feel like he's gonna have a really high game in yards when it's all said and done. But I'm gonna go Cam just with his rushing floor.
Okay, Orlovsky, you just pulled a Tate on us.
Stop comparing me to Dan Orlovsky. I will straight up walk off the set if this keeps happening. This bullshit.
I'm Team Stafford this week for me. Sam just made the argument. Tate, who you got?
So when faced with questions where no one really stands out, give me the guy that one has the best rushing floor and two is going up against a defense that just gave up 450 yards through the air to Matt Ryan and company. Cam Newton.
All right, fair enough. I am in the minority there. Josiah need mega help. He's got Godwin not playing. Who should I start? Terry McLaurin, Cooper Kupp, or Keenan Allen? Ooh, you got good options.
Cup for me.
Kupp.
Cooper Kupp.
Jesse, Rojo, or Hines in PPR? Bucky, who you got?
Oh man, Jesse, why do you do this to me? Why do you?
Everyone's asking the questions that are making you mad.
These are hard questions this week. I wasn't prepared for the quiz. For me, this week it's Rojo. I think he will have the line share of the carries there. I think he will be somewhat involved in the passing game. I hope that builds. Like, that's the one thing I'm kind of waiting on there is, Brady loves dumping it to his back. So let's get him involved.
Yeah.
Rojo for me.
I'm going Rojo. Sam, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going Rojo as well.
Tony Scotty joining us on Facebook. What's up, buddy? Shepard or Slayton this week versus the Bears? It's Slayton for me.
Slayton all day. Slayton.
Listen, when I wake up in the morning, I'm wearing my pajamas, which on the front of them just say Slay. So it's Darius Slayton.
Jiven, pick 2. Deontay Johnson, Scotty Miller, and Paris Campbell. 1 point PPR. I'm going Scotty Miller and Paris Campbell. What about you, Sam, you Steelers fan?
You guys are pumping up Scotty Miller so much.
A lot of pumping the tires there.
A lot of pumping the tires. I think between these guys, I would have to go. Oh, do you like the Bucks? I didn't even know.
It's not even a Bucks shirt, Sam. It's a Tom Brady shirt.
That's why I'm hyping him up.
And it's an absolute travesty of a logo. I can't even make out what the hell that thing says. Would you look it up again?
Let's go on to the next one. I know that you guys are all going to go Scotty Miller too.
Miller Campbell.
All right, let's go. Hambone, Hollywood Brown, Terry McLaurin, Miles Sanders, pick 2 in full point PPR.
Brown and Sanders for me.
I agree.
Brown and Sanders.
All right. Malcolm
Hambone
Brown
is a great name, by the way.
It is. Hambone. Malcolm Brown, PPR, Bob Anderson, or Jerry Jeudy. KJ Hamler is playing today, and Sutton is a go. I'm going Malcolm Brown here.
Malcolm Brown.
Malcolm Brown.
Goddard or Jonnu Smith, Bucky?
I've already said it before in this podcast, Johnny Smith.
Yeah, I think between the two of them, I'll go Jonnu Smith.
I'm going Jonnu this week with AJ Brown out as well. Sam's face on the hickory dickory doc taterism.
Wow, we're really behind. We got to get to all of these questions.
I know. I'm going quick. Greg, Edelman or MVS? It's Edelman for me. How about you, Tate?
Edelman all day.
Edelman.
Yeah.
Kyler or Russ Wilson?
Kyler.
For me.
Kyler.
Kyler Murray this week. I don't like that New England matchup for Russ.
We got a Cubs fan in
What's
the
up,
chat.
John?
Go Cubbies. What's up, John? Is Saquon safe to keep, or should I trade while still considered top running back? I think he's safe, but if you can get first round value for him, sure.
Yeah,
I like how you threw the Z at the end of Breeze's name and then said Saquon, like Sayquan. I love it. Just keep Saquon. You're good.
EXE, Singletary or Melvin Gordon? Buck, what do you got?
Gordon, actually, and I've been anti-Gordon this entire live show. It's Gordon for me over Singletary.
Sam?
Well, Gordon.
Gordon for me. Tate?
Same.
All right. Goddard or Higbee in a full point PPR? I think we answered this from someone else. It was not Nathan. I'm going Higbee this week with no Everett. Bucky?
Higbee.
Sam?
East Lake High School's finest, Tyler Higbee.
Oh man,
we're potting here with 3 Eastlake High School alumni. So
right. It's
cheers.
Cheers.
I never got my degree.
Lamar or Aaron Rodgers, and Andrews or Goddard. It's Andrews and Lamar for me. What about you guys?
It's the stack of Jackson with Andrews. I love it.
God, John, this is so strong. What a strong question. It's Andrews first off. Then the question is Rodgers or Jackson. I'm going Jackson as well.
I think this is just a power move, and please refrain from roster baiting in the comment section too much. But it's a
That's
legit
my guy,
question.
John. He can
Legit
roster
question.
bait. That's my guy, John. He can roster bait as much as he wants there, Tater. Okay.
Give me the Raven stack. I was just gonna say Mark St. Andres. Oh, I'm juiced up about him this year, man. It's gonna be great.
All right, Nantho, Jordan Howard or Jewy Flex? I know SMH. I'll go Jerry Jewy there.
I was wondering if you did that on purpose or by mistake, but that is how it's actually typed into the prompter. Don't type something in the comment section and expect Levy not to read it. I like Ron Burgundy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go Jerry Judy as well.
Jared Judy.
Jordan Howard, just I hope there's still some hope for him this year.
Yeah.
Right on, Bruce. What's up, buddy? Missed the show last week. Much love for you guys. OG listener there. Good to see
Love
you in the
fight on
comments.
Bruce.
Crawford, what's up, buddy? Standard non-PPR, Hollywood Brown, AP, or James Robinson?
Hollywood Brown.
Tater?
Hollywood Brown all day.
I'll go Hollywood, even though the requisite touches are there for James Robinson.
I'm going JR. Who shot him? We don't know.
Anyways.
It's a Dallas reference.
Cheers to all. Intern Zari says to drink more beer, Uncle Buck.
She's always telling me to drink more beer. I can only have a certain amount of beer before the 1 p.m. kickoffs. I'm sorry, Zari. Love you, though.
Right on, Bruce. Any sleeper defense pickups for this week?
Whoever's playing the Jets.
Whoever's playing the Jets.
I'm kidding. So
You're not kidding, though.
We don't get a lot of defense.
You're not
questions
kidding. Don't say you're kidding when it's reality here, Derek.
I like
How
the
about-
Rams.
How
Rams
about
against
the
the
Chiefs?
Eagles. Who?
How about the Chiefs against Tyrod Taylor and the Chargers?
I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
Tyrod stinks.
And you got the added bonus of Mecole Hardman or Tyreek Hill returning punts.
Right. Let's see. We got the original Jerry of YouTube. Ruggs or Perryman? I'm going to go out here and say Perryman today. No Crowder. This is my first opportunity to talk about my boy, Rashad Perryman. Let's go. Fire him in there. Set it and forget it, baby. I know he's got a tough matchup, but the targets are going to be there. Let's go.
No, it's more like set it and regret it. Don't put Perriman in your lineup. Put Ruggs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ruggs is a Monday night game. He is questionable currently.
That's the
You
only
can
thing.
practice.
Yeah, he's questionable. So I think that because he's questionable in this Monday night game, you got to go Perriman.
You're going to make me blow that clever rhyme. I'm not known as being a rhymesmith, but set it and regret it. Yeah, that's how I feel about Perriman. I'm still taking the
Hey,
chance on
You're
Ruggs.
the 16,000th person that said "set it and regret it" on the airwaves.
I know. I didn't say I
Um,
coined the term, but it was organic for me. So
I
it
was
felt
saying-
good.
Let's go. We got a
Perriman.
tape sighting in the chat here. Jared Goff or Matt Ryan? It's Matt Ryan for me. What about you, Buck?
Matty
You're
Ice.
but you're not going to throw it to me on my own little brother.
Nope.
Like the dog, yeah, baby, give me Matt Ryan.
You're scaring everybody again.
That sounded awful.
Are you drinking red wine in the morning?
Look, that Dan Orlovsky thing had me on tilt. So I went down and grabbed a bottle of wine. That's all I have left in my house. Stop judging me.
How do I subscribe? Greg, Greg, go to YouTube and just search Fantasy Focused. That is how you subscribe. Appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying this live show, Tate drinking red wine before kickoff on Sunday morning, make sure you press the like button. Subscribe. That is pretty savage, man. Like you can't even get a nice rosé or like a white wine, something cold, in the morning. Like
He's
red
going
wine.
straight cap.
It's kind of lukewarm.
That looks like a thick cab too.
It's a little musky.
All right, Jason, Slayton or McLaurin in PPR? Tate.
Slayton, let's do this.
Sam.
Slayton.
I gotta go Terry McLaurin here.
I'm going Terry McLaurin too. He's got a better matchup.
Yep.
Divided.
House.
What was that dance move?
Divided. I don't know why right here.
Like right here, just side this way.
We are.
Mark Ingram, Nelson Aguilar, or Christian Kirk for my flex. Ingram for me.
Ingram.
Kirk
Devontae
caught one
Parker.
pass for 0 yards. Ingram.
Parker is active.
Active, but he didn't look awesome this week. It's a hamstring injury. I'm not putting my eggs in that basket if I have other options.
Right. Standard wide receiver and flex need 2. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cup, Corey Davis, Peterson. Can you just run my fantasy team?
Well, I mean, I'm sure adding one more to Levy's list wouldn't be difficult, but
I can't do it. Sam, who are you picking here? Wide receiver and a flex.
I think I'm going to go Moore and Cup here.
It really hurts me to leave Peterson out, but I'm gonna go the same as you, Sam. Moore and Cup. I need more cups.
Hey,
Oh, I'm following the coattails and lead here of Samantha Holt. Give me Moore and Cup.
I agree. Clean sweep there. DeRozan, Jonnu or Hurst this week? It's Jonnu for me. I know it's Jonnu for Bucky. What about you, Sam and Tate?
I just want to know if this is DeMar DeRozan. I think I'm going to go Jonnu here.
Tater? Clean sweep. Clean sweep. I should have said I knew
Are you kidding me? Grow up. Jonnu Smith.
Tannehill or Brady? Tater?
Ooh, a Tanny sighting. Give me Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Brady ball. Let's go. Devin Singletary,
yeah.
John Brown, or Darius Slayton Buck?
Do we want to go in a different direction to start off? Because Buck is stuck in thought.
That's
what I think, bud.
what are we providing if I'm not actually thinking about this? This is the first time I've seen it presented. This is actually a very tough question, Derek. I don't appreciate the pressure from you, and I'm sure Mark Vasquez with Spider-Man hanging there, he certainly doesn't appreciate it. Okay. The answer here is John Brown.
Am I supposed to respond? I'm going to go ahead and Darius Slayton because John Brown ain't catching more than 4 passes this week.
It's going to be a good $5. I'm going to use it. I'm going to get a Pizzone from Papa John's.
Ooh, that sounds really good. I'm going to go Slayton as well.
Yeah, I'll go Slayton.
Man, you don't like it, though.
It just doesn't feel great because I believe in the Bears defense still. Gid, John Brown, Marvin Jones, Robbie Anderson, or MVS, PPR, sorry, Baller League. I'm actually in this league.
So you have to sit this one out. You
don't have to sit it out. You can go first.
Okay. Give me Marvin Jones. Still, I know he's got Jair Alexander, but I still believe that he's going to see, a healthy plethora of targets this week.
I mean, again, with these guys, I'd go John Brown.
Yeah, most times, Derek, a plethora would be a bounty of targets. I'm gonna go ahead and say John Brown.
I'm gonna agree with Tate. I think he has the most targets out of this group. So I'm gonna go Jones. House is divided. So do you trust Tate and Levy or Sam and Buck, Gid? That is the question.
I feel like obviously we don't have the results, but the Sam Buck combination is quite strong, and it's trending on Twitter. So
I think we need to assign an intern duty to success rates on when the house is divided.
Yeah,
that would be interesting to see, actually.
For sure.
Manuel, Malcolm Brown, Benny Snell, or Anthony Miller, flex PPR, half point PPR. I'm going Malcolm Brown. I've been riding him all day. I could be eating my words come next weekend. But Tater, what do you got there?
But Benny's on my bench. I'm starting Malcolm Brown.
that was good.
Harsh.
Damn,
Sam.
that was good. As he sips his cab.
I know, like a Bond villain.
It's Malcolm Brown.
I
just watched
Bond
Casino
villain?
Royale last night. Casino Royale drags on for like 20 extraneous minutes. There's no reason for the last 20 minutes of Casino Royale.
Mm. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Sam, did you agree on that last one? Are you going Malcolm Brown?
I mean, I'll go with him, but I will not be surprised if Benny Snell has a great day today.
All right.
I will say this is the week where if Benny Snell out-touches James Conner this week, then Benny Snell is a top 15 guy for me the rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, James Robinson or Naheem Hines. It's Hines for me. Bucky's going to say Hines for sure, I think.
Yes, sir.
Sam?
Yeah, it's Hines.
Okay.
Records of touches, James Robinson.
All right, 3 against 1 there. Sports and digs, Malcolm Brown, Robbie Anderson, or Jerry Jeudy. It's Malcolm Brown for me.
Malcolm Brown.
Another tough matchup this week for Jerry Jeudy and company against that Pittsburgh secondary. And Jeudy had a case of the yips last week, so give me Malcolm Brown.
All right, fair enough.
It's Malcolm Brown. We're in a parallel universe.
Hilton, Scotty, or Corey Davis. Tater, you're up first.
Corey Davis. No A.J. Brown this week. And Corey Davis, they didn't want to overlook the fact that this dude was a former top 10 pick and actually balled out in week number 1. I get it. It's the Titans offense. They're built around running the football, but Davis is going to see a good workload this week. I think he's going to see double-digit targets. So give me Corey Davis.
Sam?
I'll go Corey Davis as well. I'm sure you guys are going to go Scotty Miller.
Whoa.
I'm going T.Y. Hilton.
Jesus. All right. So the answer is Corey Davis there. I would actually say Scotty Miller personally, but we got 2 in favor of Corey
And
Davis.
I hate that it's Dried Ocean, like day 1 guy.
I know. It used to be BN Dried Ocean.
I missed the BN, to be honest.
Bring back BN. Scotty Miller or John Brown, Buck? Scotty Miller for me. Just to.
It's John Brown.
Yeah, I'm going to go John Brown as well. You guys are all Scotty Miller up here, top row.
It's Scotty, baby. No Chris Godwin today. Come on.
Kyle Rosa, Parker or Montgomery in a full point PPR?
Monty.
Monty, for sure.
Yeah,
Monty.
Staying away from Parker this week. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Monty as well. Nathan, what's up, man? It's been a while. With the Dallas O-line being banged up today, does that hurt the passing or running game more? I mean, I'm not worried about anything in that game for Dallas, honestly.
Against Atlanta, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Dallas will be all right.
Dallas will be all right. Bucky thinks that Falcons are going to win, though.
They will.
JT86TN, Melvin Gordon, Hines, and CeeDee need to pick 2. I'm going to go with the 2 running backs, even though I do like CeeDee today. Tater, what do you think?
Melvin Gordon.
Gordon.
Ooh, that's a little tricky. CD Lamb. Give me CD for the TD.
Sam?
I stole that from someone.
Yeah, of course. But I'm going to go Melvin Gordon and CeeDee Lamb as well. I like him a lot this week.
Going Hines and CeeDee Lamb.
Wow. All right. So we, I guess the answer then is Gordon and Lamb, right? Because we had 2 in favor of that. Manny, we answered this one earlier. Malcolm Brown.
Hey, good girl.
Real nobody. What's up, buddy?
Good girl.
Corey Davis, James Robinson, or John Brown in PPR for me?
Daddy's drinking wine. It's okay, Sadie.
Well, I'm going to let you guys answer first. Bucky, what do you got?
James Robinson here.
I think I'm going to go Corey Davis.
PPR, give me Corey Davis.
Yeah.
I mean, Robinson saw the requisite touches, so that is definitely in his favor. But in a PPR, I didn't see a whole lot to counteract that in the passing game for James Robinson. Yeah, give me Corey Davis.
Yeah, I mean, I got a bad feeling that this whole mountain you've built out of Corey Davis hype is just going down.
It's only been like 3 times we've said his name today. It's not that big.
It's like 18 times.
Sports Wiz, PPR, pick 1. Sutton, Parker, or Anthony Miller. He's leaning Miller. With the other 2 banged up a bit. I'm actually, in this case, I'm going to go Parker.
No, I'm going Anthony Miller in this case.
Tone Miller. He's a sports whiz for a reason, folks.
I love Miller, but I'm you guys know I'm a Parker truther.
Is that like a goat?
That is Luka Doncic with a head as a goat photoshopped on.
Rules. I love the sports whiz. One of my guys now.
Wentz or
Stafford. Sam.
I feel like I said it earlier. I feel like Stafford's going to have a good day. I think that this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think you're going to get a lot of yards. I think I want to go with Stafford here.
Staff piece.
Stafford.
Stafford.
Shout out to Aiden Tabor, by the way. Been with us for a while now.
Yes, Aiden. What's up, buddy?
Aiden Tabor.
Darson.
Great
Malcolm
name.
Brown or Edelman? It's Brown for me, Tate.
Yeah, Malcolm Brown. I mean, again, Edelman's been a little dinged up. Like when it's close, Edelman has a great matchup this week, and I feel confident that he could absolutely shred this secondary. But I just worry about that knee injury. So give me Malcolm Brown.
Malcolm.
Quick trade question. Should I trade McCaffrey and Godwin for Cook and D-Hop? It's hard. It's hard
It's a little bit of a saucy one, but no, I'm never an advocate of trading the best player in fantasy football for a redraft format. Keep McCaffrey. Godwin will be back. He's missing 1 week.
I'm with you on that. You're welcome, Blue Crew Chep, for putting on the show. Need help for the Flex PPR League. Melvin Gordon, Zach Moss, or Cortland Sutton. For me, it's Gordon. Tate?
Melvin Gordon.
Sam?
Yeah, Melvin Gordon as well.
Bucky?
As much as I hated it, it's Gordon.
What is your problem with Melvin Gordon?
He's
Now the red line is starting to speak.
He's facing the Steelers, Derek.
It's a tough matchup. There's no doubt about it. But in that scenario, you're gonna start Cortland Sutton, who's banged up, and Zach Moss, who looked like shit on the ground last week. I know he's got a better matchup.
I know y'all like to think this is this world where we just have a periscope and we're looking and everything's bright and clear and perfect. When I look down the barrel of that Steelers defense, I see despair, heartbreak, and multiple injuries.
We're going to tear you up. I love it, Steelers. I love it.
Russell Gage or Ty? It's Ty for me.
Ty as well.
It's close.
It's way closer than I want to admit. I'm a banged up Julio and a team that be playing for give me Russell Gage. My gut says Gage.
This is the first time we've been posed with this question. I'm going to go Gage.
House divided. That's too far for me. I'm out on that one. Mike Smith, Antonio Gibson or Leonard Fournette? Tate?
Gibson.
Gibson.
I'm not a Gibson believer. I'm going Fournette.
Sam,
I thought we
what's funny over there? What's going on?
I'm always quick to talk, so I'll keep talking.
I laughed because Levy posed the question to Tate, but Bucky was so raring to go. He was just like,
I'm locked in right now. I'm sorry, guys.
Gibson.
I'm in a 6-man league. Good for you, Bryce. Do I play Josh Jacobs or Adam Thielen in the flex?
Whoa. Did you just throw some shade at Bryce for being in a 6-man league?
No, that was no shade. Good for you.
Good for you.
I'm going Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs. He's my guy.
Jacobs, a 6-man league just makes things way harder. Go with Josh Jacobs here.
I hope it's $1,000 buy-in for that league.
That's my nightmare playing in a 6 or an 8-man league.
Thielen was really good in week 1 though, but give me Jacobs. He was better.
Raphael, I need help. Jordan Howard or Tony Pollard or Edmonds at RB2. Whoa. I guess I'm going Jordan Howard. These other guys
Or maybes. Yeah, I'm going to go Jordan Howard as well.
How did you find yourself here?
How did you get here? How did you come to this?
You need to ask yourself a question. Where do we go from here now that all of our children have grown up? The answer is certainly not Tony Pollard. Go with Jordan Howard.
Actually, I think it is.
It's a 16-man league. It's a 16-man league.
That's so ugly.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I'm actually going to go Tony Pollard.
All right, fair enough.
Be different.
Edmonds, I'm split down the middle on Edmond, but that unit up front for the Washington football team is formidable. So give me against the Falcons, give me Tony Pollard. I think he'll have an efficient day with his 7 touches.
All right. Who do I drop? Sutton, Moore, or Galladay?
No one?
I ask yourself the question for who?
I'm not dropping these guys. Sorry.
Yeah, Buck hit it right. Who?
Yeah, let us know for who. Darius Slayton or John Brown? Vasquez, Bucky.
Well, you know, I hang with Spidey as well. I'm going John Brown.
I don't know if you really hang with Spidey and Peter Parker or
Damn.
Miles Morales. I don't know.
It was me,
I don't know if you're
Johnny
down
Hopkins,
real-
Sloan Kettering, and we were with Spidey.
With great power comes great responsibility. Go with Darius Slayton today.
I'm going Darius Slayton as well.
I'll go Darius Slayton. We got this one earlier. It was 3-1 in favor of Tone Gibson over Fournette. Cook or CeeDee Lamb? PPR.
It says I cook.
Yeah, I'm confused by this.
I mean, I cook too. I'm pretty good at it. Cooking with Bucky. You can
Jared
find
Cook, maybe? You just accidentally typed I on the board.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the
go
I and the J.
CeeDee Lamb either way. I don't care what Cook it is. I'm a better cook than Cook.
You know, with no Michael Thomas, though, actually, I think the targets do have to be dissolved somewhere. I think Kamara gets an uptick in targets, but I think the other guy that gets an uptick, Jared Cook. Give me Jared Cook today.
I agree. I think that Cook is going to get a lot of targets. I think that Sanders is getting a lot of targets too, but I think that the uptick of Cook, who already had a really good floor of targets, is someone that I will play today.
I will go. I'll go Cook in this scenario. What about tight end here for Armando? Logan Thomas or Jordan Reed to replace Kittle? I'm going Jordan Reed.
I guess I'm going Jordan Reed as well.
I guess. Yeah. It is Jordan Reed. Jordan, even though I thought Logan Thomas looked really good and was far more involved in the passing game than I anticipated, but for me, the lack of options, it's more intriguing upside-wise to go with Jordan Reed.
Buck, did you go there?
I would have gone the opposite route.
All right. User, Singletary or Deontay Johnson in standard. Buck, who you got?
Deontay.
Deontay as well for me.
I like the matchup against the Dolphins. Give me Singletary.
I'm actually going to go. There's a lot of options there in Pittsburgh. I'm going to go Singletary. Golden Tate is back in, bearish on Slayton. I like that. Humphreys or Traquan Smith? Tater.
Bucky, what's wrong? You okay over there, pal?
I hate this question. They're both boring as shit.
But why do you hate it so much?
Well, number one, Traquan doesn't exactly establish himself as a number 2 wide receiver in the league. Number 2, Humphreys, I don't know, but Tannehill, first few weeks of last year, their connection was great, and then it kind of sucked. So I don't like it either way. But I'm going to go Traquan Smith here because I believe more in the Saints passing offense.
It's Traquan for me.
Yeah, same reason, Traquan.
So in week 1, DJ Hayden gave up or allowed more reception yards out of the slot than any other slot corner in the entire NFL at 106. Gave up 7 receptions for 106 yards. I think Adam Humphries with no A.J. Brown is going to eat today. Give me Adam Humphries.
All right. Greg Donaldson, Hurts or Johnny? We all said Johnny earlier on this one, so I will answer for the crew. Half point PPR, Humphreys or Traquan? That's the same one? All right, we just answered that. Paris Campbell, Preston Williams, or Christian Kirk in a half point PPR? I would assume that all of you are going to say Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
Yes, and please remove the crying Jordan emoji as your avatar.
Why? I love that.
MJ's the
That's
GOAT.
his signature.
He might be the GOAT.
Give
but
him
he
holding
still
up the
cried.
6, man. Give him holding up the 6.
He still cried.
Ruggs or MVS for Blaze?
A similar question earlier, and we all went Ruggs.
The
I don't
only
think he
issue
had
with
this.
it is that Ruggs is, just practice on Saturday. So, I mean, he plays Monday night, so you're going to be limited with your options. I still think Ruggs is worth the dart throw on Monday Night Football against the Saints as opposed to MVS, who, yes, he had a nice week 1, but, I mean, I've seen this mirage before from MVS where I think he's going to be a good player and then he just disappears. So give me Ruggs.
I'll take the chance on Ruggs.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll get on board with Ruggs there. It's risky. Have someone else that you can pick up for Monday Night Football, I guess. El Tado, PPR, McLaurin, Montgomery, Fuller at flex. This is tough. Tate.
I see you throw the tough one at me. Great.
Right.
Fantastic. Give me Fuller. Knox. Hi, Knox.
I'll go Fuller too. BRB. Take over for me.
Wait, McLaurin.
So basically, he said Fuller. I said Fuller. Who do you guys have too on El Tado, McLaurin, Montgomery, and Fuller?
But I'm more worried about the imminent threat behind Sam right now.
He's not going to attack
You do.
right now. Maybe later.
Thing's a demon.
He's not. All right, I'll read the next question. Adam saying, drop Sutton, Galladay, or more. I need another rib. Running back. I think I'm clearly just hungry. I just read that as rib. It sucks to have to drop any of these guys, but if you had to drop someone, I guess you drop
Sutton.
Just because he's dinged up, but hopefully you can pick him back up.
They're both dinged up.
Yeah.
Him and Galladay.
I would not drop any of these guys, to be honest with you. Galladay will probably be back next week. Sutton will be okay eventually. What you're going to get on the waiver wire is likely not worth dropping what I think is a top 25 option at wide receiver amongst any of these guys. So even if you have to take the L for 1 week at running back, I would take the L opposed to losing a top 25 option at wide receiver. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
You can't stay classy, San Diego.
No, we can't here. No.
Jets defense? No. Rob Halen saying PPR, Deontay Johnson, Stephon Diggs, or Paris Campbell. I think
it's Diggs for me.
Diggs? Yeah, I think Diggs as well. I really like Paris Campbell, but between him and Diggs, I'd go Diggs.
Me too, but I'm so encouraged by what I saw from Stephon Diggs in his first week with Josh Allen. And Josh Allen wasn't even that – like, he could have been better. Like, he left a lot of meat on the bone, right, Buck? Like, I think that better days are ahead for him and Diggs.
Look, I've eaten clearly a lot of ribs. I know when there's meat left on the bone, and there was plenty of it.
All right, from Leroy Ross saying Adrian Peterson or James Robinson.
Give me JR, touches.
Yeah, give me JR. Who shot him? We don't know.
Yeah, I'll go JR as well. Tyler saying headphones were a bad idea. I'm guessing
that was when you went kind of nuts there for a minute.
Yeah. When you went a bit
everybody's headphone register.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
You're good, man. Keep it up.
I'm not going to pronounce his name correctly, so I apologize. But Sovachia?
That's Sovachay Suck.
Okay, that one. 1 point PPR flex, DJ Moore, Will Fuller, or David Montgomery. I think I like Will Fuller a little bit more here.
Fuller here.
Going DJ Moore. I think he's just, granted, I think both teams are going to be playing from behind, the Panthers and both the Houston Texans. Give me the guy that I feel like is going to have a better matchup for the majority of the game against Jamal Dean. And even if he gets Carlton Davis or Sean Murphy Bunting, DJ Moore should eat against this secondary.
Yeah. Tyler saying he is drinking red wine. This is why Tate is Doug from The Hangover. So thanks for that, Tyler. Appreciate it. Stefan.
Hashtag analysis.
Cup or Melvin Gordon. I love David Johnson this week. I think I'm just still super excited. This is a great, mix of guys. I do love Cup, but I think I'm just more excited about Johnson. And for me, I think that to what Bucks was saying about Gordon going up against my Steelers, I'd rather have Johnson.
I'm going Cup.
See, Buck hates both matchups for both running backs. I can read it on his face. He goes, which means I'm going to go Cup. Which the problem with that is that they're playing the Philadelphia Eagles, who I thought the Eagles did a great job against the Washington wide receivers. Now, granted, is Cup and Bob Woods a better option than anything that they had? Of course, but give me David Johnson. David Johnson looked great in week number 1. Like,
that was half PPR. Start to.
I was so encouraged by what I saw. Give me that momentum. Give me DJ with no Duke Johnson available.
Okay, so this one is actually half point PPR and it's starting 2. Does that change your answer? I would still. I would go Johnson.
It'd be Johnson and Cup then for me.
Yeah.
See, I would still go with. So Cup had a quiet week 1. I actually think Cup will bounce back. And this is where it comes into play. Melvin Gordon going against the Steelers. I'll go with Cooper Kupp and David Johnson.
So, all right, Diego Ramirez saying Scotty Miller or Terry McLaurin.
As tough as it is, I think it's McLaurin here.
I think I'm going to go McLaurin as well. You going
Yeah,
Scott?
I mean, I really believe in Scotty Miller is going to have a pretty good week. I think somewhere around 12 to 15 points. Like I really, truly, in PPR formats. But McLaurin just has that boom potential, and you're going to see a ton of targets. Like I'd rather bank on his floor than Scotty Miller's if, God forbid, the Bucs can just run the football down the Carolina Panthers' throat.
Absolutely. One more for him. He's got Peterson or Hines or Gibson. I'm going Hines.
Give me Gibson. I think it's going to continue to, like, the momentum is going to continue to build with Antonio Gibson. Hines is he's a nice compliment, but he is a compliment to that of Jonathan Taylor. Antonio Gibson, I thought, was the most efficient and best back option out of that Washington backfield. So give me Tone Gibson this week.
Yeah, upside Gibson.
Cool. And then we've got someone asking Cam or Brady.
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
I'm going to go Tom here.
That's juicy. I'm going Tommy Boy.
Yeah, I think I'll go Tom as well. And then we've got another one with a lot of Slayton questions today, a lot of John Brown questions today. But now they're against each other in PPR. Who would you take, Slayton or Brown?
I think we may have already gotten this one, but I'll go Slayton.
Brown.
Okay. And then Tyler's also on it. He's going to get us some success rates when we
Ooh, your boy Tyler. Yeah,
Thank
baby.
you, Tyler.
Thank you. I don't know how to say that name.
Chenault?
No, his actual username. I can say Chenault.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Keek Too Nasty.
See, that was difficult. Flex, Chenault, Anthony Miller, Cooks, McKinnon, or Singletary. Cooks is still dinged up, so I'm not starting him. He's out for me. Levy, you're back, and you've got a nice Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Is it spicy?
It's real nice and spicy. Yeah. I just, I had to check my lineups real quick and get a cocktail so I could continue on.
Oh, speaking of lineups, yeah, I got to look.
All right. Well, we've got Chenault, Anthony Miller, Cooks, McKinnon, or Singletary. Flex.
What'd you guys pick?
We haven't talked about it.
You're
All
first. Go ahead, Mr. Bloody Mary.
I'm gonna go different here. I'm gonna go with McKinnon. I think McKinnon has a good day. He's gonna catch 5 or 6 passes today.
That's not crazy. I feel like I like that.
Devoid of pass catching options, I actually see the path to that, but I'm going to go Singletary. I just think that he's going to have a bounce. I think he's going to have a good week against the Miami Dolphins front, and he's going to be involved in the passing game to a certain extent. I mean, I think Singletary is going to have a decent week. And amongst these other options, I'm not too high on any of them for this specific week. Give me Singletary.
Yep, Singletary for me as well, Derek.
Yeah, I'll go Singletary too then on that. All right.
Rapid fire. We got to get through these. We're getting close.
Pick one in standard league: Corey Davis, AP, Singletary, Deontay Johnson, or Hines. I feel like we already answered that one.
I'll go. I think it was Corey Davis.
Yeah.
What we picked.
Corey Davis.
Corey Davis with no AJ Brown for me.
All right. Full PPR: Deontay, Singletary, DJ Chark, or Marvin Jones. I think I'm going to go Chark here. Yeah.
Chark attack. Let's go.
Let's go. We've got another one from Chris Pasquale saying Fuller, Cup, Ruggs, or Lamb. Half-point PPR. Cup all day for me.
Cup.
It's not all day for me because I want to go Fuller, but I just think Cup has a bounce back week in week 2.
Sure. Young Alex, who would start at flex? Tyler Lockett or Jonathan Taylor?
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Daryl Hale saying wide receiver 2, Diggs or John Brown, also flexing. Montgomery, John Brown, or Diggs, non-PPR. So he's trying to figure out his wide receiver 2 and which leftover for flex.
Diggs over John Brown. And then also flex I'm going to flex Montgomery personally against the Giants defense.
No, so you have to pick between Diggs or Brown. And then your flex.
No, I picked Diggs, and then I'm fading John Brown. I know Bucky's not going to agree with that because now Bucky's back, and now we're in a hot mess. But I'm going with Diggs over Brown, and then I'm going David Montgomery over those other flex options.
I'll go Diggs over Brown as well, Derek. We agree for once.
Then with Brown left over and including Montgomery, which of those would you flex?
Monty.
Yeah, Monty and Diggs for me as well. All right. Chris saying everyone drinks when Corey Davis question is asked. Sounds accurate. Tyler saying, Titans are playing the Jags. Henry always destroys the Jags. I'm off the Corey Davis hype this week at least. I get it. PJ Flex saying Gordon over Hines or Gordon over Hilton.
Over neither.
So you'd rather have Hilton and Hines?
Yep.
Give me Melvin Gordon. Good God Almighty, give me Melvin Gordon. Come on, let's go, baby.
Yeah, I'm in Gordon there.
I'll go Hines on that one. And then we've got Greg saying, "What up, Dave? Big time Hayes. What up, guys?"
That's G-Man over there in Panama City, ESPN Radio. Sorry.
What up, David? Big time Hayes.
And then we've got Will Fournette overtake Ronald Jones. Eventually, no.
Not this week for me. Not this week. Rojo looked good. Rojo looked good last week.
All right, Diggs or John Brown, wide receiver 2?
Diggs.
And then we got Campbell or Gallup. Guys, I'm going to try and go as fast as I can through these.
You're doing very well.
Gallup.
Keep crushing.
Gallup.
Campbell.
All right. We got Corey Davis, Sanders, or Scary Terry.
I'm going to change my mind on that last one to Campbell. Sorry. I just had a brain fart, honestly.
That's fine. You just took a big sip of your Bloody Mary. It's
Corey Davis.
Celery has gone up your nostrils, clearly.
Corey Davis for you, Tate?
Yeah, Corey.
I'm going Emmanuel Sanders.
Going Terry McLaurin.
Sam?
Yeah, I'm going to go Corey Davis. So
Yeah, baby.
All right, we got another one for Snell or Dobbins. I like this question.
Ooh,
Snell.
We haven't got Dobbins yet.
Snell.
And then we've got Big Ben or Carson Wentz.
I would go Dobbins just for the last, but let's keep it moving. Nick Redding, give me Big Ben.
Ben.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ben as well. Bucks.
I'm gonna go Ben.
Are you just laughing because Tate's drinking red wine? Like
I just saw like the most posh sip of my life.
Literally just gonna get destroyed right now. All right.
Yep.
Well, what's up? I'm stuck. James Robinson or Cortland Sutton.
Kelly's gonna be pissed.
Questionable. He is playing, but I don't like
Robinson.
I don't know if I was allowed to drink this bottle of wine. Anyway, whoopsie. I will go ahead and go James Robinson.
Robinson for me.
Robinson as well. All right. Sean McGee saying Corey Davis or Mark Ingram.
Ingram
As well for me.
If it's a PPR, I'd actually go Corey Davis. But if it's half point PPR or standard, go Ingram.
Cool. Crescent Cannon saying Corey Davis or Devontae Parker for flex. I'm going Corey Davis.
Davis.
Another one for Corey Davis or Ingram.
We may be getting a couple spammers or people putting in the question in there twice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's Corey Davis for me.
All right. Diggs or John Brown? Please help.
Diggs.
No offense. Herndon.
Fant.
Yeah, can you dig it? So, Fant
as well.
Fant.
Adam Flynn, PPR, flex, Corey Davis or Tariq Cohen?
Corey Davis.
Metcalf or Chark?
Chark.
Leroy Jenkins. All right, DJ Chark.
Oh my God. Daryl Hale saying Montgomery or John Brown for flex?
Montgomery.
I'm going to go Monty over John Brown.
Montgomery for me as well.
Monty.
All right. Will Fuller or Darius Slayton?
Fuller.
Slayton.
I'm going to go Slayton as well. House divided. Fuller or Marvin Jones? I'm going to go Fuller there.
Fuller. On Twitch. Joining us on Twitch. What's up, Air White?
What's up, Air White 5'4"?
Yeah, give me Will Fuller. Hey, by the way, everybody, thanks. I know we're not getting everybody shout outs right now and we're getting these quick hitters, but thanks for joining us. Keep hitting us with the questions and stuff like that.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're trying to get these to you as quickly as we can because we all need to set our lineups as well. So we're going to have to take off here in just a second. But we've got Treya saying, morning, ladies and gents, 2 questions, full point PPR. Melvin Gordon against a stout defense or James White failing at being the next CMC. Also, Big Ben or Wentz. So Big Ben for me, and then I'll go James White just because we've talked about Melvin Gordon having a tough day today.
No, I will go Melvin Gordon here, and then I'll go Big Ben.
Gordon and Ben for me.
Okay.
Gordon and Ben. Let's keep going, baby. You're rolling them out. Let's go.
Montgomery or John Brown at flex.
Monty.
We got Stephon Diggs or Cooper Kupp.
It's a tough question. I'm going Diggs.
Look, I got to be quick with Sam. She's going too quick. I got to get my answers in there.
Here, get off the pot. Let's go.
No pausing. Stephon Diggs or Cooper Kupp. Go to you, Tate.
Dig it. Let's go.
I'm
Diggs.
going Cup.
I'm going Kupp.
Diggs.
Johnny Smith or Hayden Hurst. Johnny Smith.
Johnu. That's a
We all
clean
know
sweep.
Stop asking me about Hayden Hurst. Johnny Smith. Let's go.
Rojo or CeeDee Lamb full flex.
Rojo.
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 Point PPR. Give me Rojo. He better tear up this damn Carolina Panthers unit.
All right. Malcolm Brown, Cortland Sutton, James Robinson at flex in non-PPR.
Brown.
Brown.
Malcolm in the middle. Let's do it.
All right. We got Will Fuller or Emmanuel Sanders. I'm going to go Will Fuller.
Fuller.
Fuller House.
Cooper Kupp or DK Metcalf.
Cup.
Cup.
Kupp.
Cup.
Will Fuller, Robert Woods, or Calvin Ridley. Need two.
Wow.
Fuller. Ridley.
Woods and Ridley for me.
Woods and Ridley.
Yeah, Woods and Ridley for me. Standard League trade, OBJ and Fournette for Aaron Jones. Who wins the trade? I want Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones side for me. Standard.
For this year, give me Aaron Jones. If this is Dynasty, give me OBJ and Fournette.
And then we've got Kyle Senra joining us saying Kupp has the much better cornerback matchup, even compared to Robert Woods, so he gets peppered. I'd go Kupp over Metcalf. Love it. Wait, I'm trying to get more questions here.
We answered this, I thought.
Have you got it all the way up? That's impressive.
Who you guys got
Maybe
here?
you're fired.
PPR, McLaurin, Montgomery, or Fuller at flex.
I mean, I answered this earlier. I got Montgomery on this one. What do you guys got?
Fuller for me.
Fuller as well.
Full point PPR. I still think that Montgomery has. I think Montgomery scores today against this Giants front. Give me Monty.
So the house is divided there, but
Just keep it moving though. We got to get in, baby.
Woods and Riley. Yeah, gotta keep. I'm gonna keep scrolling.
Well, unfortunately, look, let me just say it. Unfortunately, we can't get to everyone's question for the first time. So we're kind of scrambling at this point, but I do have to shout out Misa Mar, who came in. He's an original subscriber to the channel. We got to get to Misa Mar.
Okay.
All right. He says, what's up, family? Malcolm Brown, Fournette, Ingram, pick one, half point PPR. So that's Malcolm Brown, Leonard Fournette, Mark Ingram, half point.
it's Brown
Mark
for me.
Ingram against that Houston Texans defense.
Mark Ingram.
Brown
Ingram.
for me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we got Gordon or Gibson up on the screen. I think I'm gonna go Gordon there.
Gordon.
Gordon, easily.
I hate it, but yeah, Gordon.
All right, we got John Brown or Sammy Watkins.
Oh God,
Brown.
Brown.
Watkins.
Sammy.
Another one from Twitch. Guys, thanks for tuning in on Twitch. We got Chris Herndon or Noah Fant.
Fant.
Fan.
All right, I agree on Fant. Emmanuel Sanders or Will Fuller.
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 Good to go. Let's go, Fuller.
Will Fuller or Marvin Jones.
Fuller.
Fuller. Brady or Matt Ryan.
Ryan.
Matty Ice.
Matt Ryan for me. And then we've got PPR Flex, Jonathan Taylor, Woods, Hollywood, or Fuller.
Taylor.
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 We might actually be able to finish. Let's go.
We got Calvin Ridley, Robert Woods, Will Fuller. Need two. I'm going Ridley.
Woods.
Same.
Yeah, love it.
Over the Ridley and through the woods. That's who I got.
Got it. All right, we got Montgomery, John Brown, or Diggs.
Monty for me.
Diggs.
Ooh, this is saucy. Give me Monty.
Yeah, I'll go Montgomery as well. Chark or Paris Campbell at the flex?
Chark.
Chark. Jones or Eckler? Better days are ahead for Eckler, I think.
Eckpiece. Give me Eckpiece.
Eckler.
Yep. We got Scotty Miller, Zach Moss, Christian Kirk, or Robbie Anderson, full PPR.
Scotty doesn't know that I'm putting him in my lineup for Aiden Beamish.
Yeah, here I'll go Scotty Miller.
Scotty Miller.
Miller.
Come on, Buck. Join the bandwagon, baby. Let's go.
Is Corey Davis a starting option? I think a lot of us do think that he is a starting option. It just depends on your matchup and who you have.
We already got this one.
Top 30 option, yep.
Will Fuller or Marvin Jones? I'm going to go Fuller.
Fuller.
Everywhere you look. Let's go.
We got Kyle Washnock asking David Johnson or Kenyon Drake, full PPR.
Drake.
Drake. Danny Dimes or Drew Lock?
Dimes.
Yeah, I'll go Danny Dimes. I don't
Oh,
love
Danny coming, sis. Yep, Danny Dimes.
You're singing a lot. You're
Christian
singing
Kirk,
quite a lot.
or Gage or Lazard. Pick one to flex. This sucks. I think based on what we talked about earlier, you guys might go Gage.
Gage.
Yeah.
I think it's Gage easily. Yep.
Connor or Marvin Jones, non-PPR.
Marvin.
I'm going Marvin Jones.
I guess I'll go Marvin
Yeah,
Jones.
non-PPR.
PPR is hard, though.
Is Connor completely bench, Sam? Yes or no?
No.
Then no, then I'm going Connor.
Kinda.
We don't know yet. There's no way to know that.
Future us in a little bit, we will know, and I think that will be it. Jones or Eckler? I've got Eckler.
John, I've got Eckler here, bud.
Eckpiece.
You're doing well.
I scrolled too far. All right, there we go. Christian Kirk, Gage or Lazard.
We got
We
that
already
one.
did that one. I think we Gage.
Okay, and then we've got pick 2, Hines
Twitch.
from Twitch. Please pick 2. And Hines, Snell, Ingram, Sutton, half-point PPR. I'm staying clear of Sutton because he's dinged up. I'm going to go Hines and Ingram.
Hines Ingram.
I'm going Hines and Snell.
I like that one too. It was hard to pick between those.
This Houston defense gave up a ton of yardage to a damn rookie. Give me Ingram and do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
All right, we got Crum saying flex Slayton, Scotty Miller, or Johnny Smith in full PPR.
I'm going Scotty Miller in a full point PPR.
Slayton
as well. And Glorious P, what's up, y'all? Thoughts on Brashad Perriman this week? Okay,
Ask Levy.
That were for Levy.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. It's just a tough matchup. There's no one else to throw to there, though.
Flex John Brown off the injury or Danny Amendola? I'd rather have John Brown.
This week, I'm actually going Danny Amendola. I'm not shitting you. Full point PPR. No Ken Galladay.
That might be the line talking. We've got Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
Sam, yes. Washnock agrees. I'm going Rodgers.
I'm going to go Russell Wilson here.
Russell Wilson.
My feelings are hurt. I'm not answering this question.
All right, we got Metcalf or Campbell. Guys, we're getting close to the end here.
It's Metcalf, and I know Tate will disagree. That's fine.
Campbell for me.
Campbell.
I ain't messing with Stephon Gilmore.
Okay,
Fantasy Pros jump in. What's up?
David Montgomery or Paris Campbell? I'm going Montgomery, full point PPR.
I'll go Monty.
Yeah. Touches.
I'll take Monty.
All right, defense, Bears or Washington?
Danny Dimes ain't afraid to sling the rock, which means turnover. So give me the Bears. The Bears.
I'll go Bears.
Yeah, I like Bears too. Oh, wait, we already asked a question for Misa Mar, right?
Misa. My boy.
All right, we got Joseph asking David Montgomery or Paris Campbell. I think we just answered that.
Yeah.
A separate person. And we got Ben or Breeze.
Ben.
We've reached that point now where everybody's in pure panic mode.
Yeah, my palms are sweating. I gotta set my lineups too. And
I'm in panic mode currently right now. I think having a little bit of behind the curtain here, I'm freaking out. We have 7 minutes here before kicks.
Great.
I may do a damn watch party by myself.
I think we need to wrap.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
eating chocolate chip pancakes.
very
Just
last
enjoying
question,
life.
just to sign us off. Greenlight asking Logan Thomas or Hawkinson. I'm going Hawkinson.
Hawk.
I won't do the nursery rhyme. TJ Hawkinson.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Levy, do you want to sign us off?
Thank you for joining. If it's your first time coming across the channel, make sure you subscribe, press the like button, all that good stuff. Check out our podcast. We've got several of them. Good luck in week 2, everyone. And tune in earlier next time if we didn't get to your questions there at the end. Thanks for the support.
In all seriousness, thank you so much. It was a fantastic time. Like, seriously, thank you so much
for
for
have a good one.
peppering us with questions. It was so much fun. It'll be fun for the rest of the 2020 fantasy football season.
Connor question. Okay,
we got one more. We got one more. Krim.
We gotta go. I gotta set my lineup.
I know. We're doing DJ Chark or James Conner.
I'm hitting end broadcast.
It's